to the Awesomecast, the greatest show in internet history. And we're gonna take down SK. All of them, all the pretenders. They are not the cream, but this show is. Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't think I can top a introduction by Randy Savage now, can I? Happy Friday, everybody. I am your host with the most, Brandon the Awesome, and here is my co-host, John Gets Gaming.
Don't do that voice for long, kids, unless you feel like basically wrecking your throat for the day. Short spurts is key.
Okay, that was a great surprise. All right, let's see who's in the comments. Wildcard, if you guys remember, Wildcard was one of our co-hosts last stream. Well, very good stuff. I've seen its box on Disney Plus. Should I do a live reaction to it later? Hey, man. Do what you want. If it's
the little boxes to click on. I was like, what are you talking about? Disney Plus, the digital platform. How can you have a box?
If you want to trash it, go ahead. The more people that trash Disney Star Wars, the more fun it is.
Oh, Jab Lord,
Soy Lord, they both work.
Justin
Avarello, once again being cringe as all hell.
You are creepy as shit.
Buddy, get a life. I am telling you.
He waits around on a Friday night just to troll in your chat and then say, time to go to bed.
Brandon is late again. Come on, I don't have all that. You know, nobody's forcing you to stay here.
I mean, apparently you do actually have all day if you're just waiting around.
You know, I might as well move into your head. Maybe I can just build a condo, you know, take in the sights, the smells. Oh, God, it probably smells like freaking brain rot in there.
But the rent would have to be free because you live rent-free in his head.
Ooh. Hey! I'm here. Hey, hard hat reptiles.
Have no
this is like
fear.
your first time showing up in here. I can't always remember. I get so many people in here. The chat sometimes gets crazy.
I've seen hard hat reptiles around, but I believe, at least the shows that I've been on, I believe you are right that I have not seen him here.
Shills. I wonder if Vader will be in it.
I wonder if Vader will be in it. I'll make it a 10 out of 10.
He'll probably be in the episode for cameo bait.
Dude, I was watching Grizzy's covered them a couple times. It's hard to really differentiate the shills. But anyways, it was some guy who's been a recent addition to the Grizzy lineup, and they were like, oh, it's tough not to say 5 out of 5. You know, it's got plots that lead into each other, and then like there's writing and the theme. I'm just like, you're just naming things that are in shows. You're not saying that anything is
specific.
Good. Yeah, and it's just like, this is your bar. You just need to have bare minimum. You just need to have music in the show, and you get another point.
Hey, Wolfscar, welcome to the stream, my guy. It was fun having you on stream last week.
Yeah.
Mecha G, welcome to the stream. And it was Randy Savage.
Hogan. Let me tell you something, brother. I sound nothing like Hulk Hogan.
I love
Say your prayers, eat your vitamins. That would be Hulk Hogan.
I live for my Awesomecast. Hanging out with you guys is always so much fun. Mike the Scout, welcome to the stream, my guy. Hail. I don't see any problem if Vader shows up because it's fun. Oh, okay. So you're admitting you're a Rey lover. You are a Rey lover and a fake Star Wars fan. Good to know. Good to know.
The problem with me is like a character can show up, sure. I mean, first of all, like Maul shouldn't even be operating around this time, so that's a problem anyway. But
how does he go to the bathroom?
And like, what's that?
How does he go to the bathroom? I mean,
Maul, it just drops out whenever he eats stuff. It just falls out the intestines at the bottom. But yeah, no, like Vader showing. But the problem is that like shills give it credit. No matter in what context, how good his appearance is, what his dialogue is, anything. It's just
he just has to show up
Vader!
It's just creaming their pants.
Yeah, it's like that's all it takes to impress people. Like, put it this way, you don't get any points just for having Vader show up, and it's not fun just having Vader show up. What if he shows up and he's really stupid? Then that's not good. Like, to impress Justin there, apparently you just have to throw more characters in it. It'll just be like you have like Ahsoka walk across the background. Again, she's like, hello.
and this is why, again, gatekeeping is absolutely necessary, because if we allow these kind of idiots to have the majority of the voice, then nothing gets better.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and sorry, I didn't know there were more comments.
No. Keep going.
So the thing I was saying is that I just got today my Soul Reaver 1 and 2, the HD collection.
Oh my
and
gosh.
it came with some cool. It came with a I don't know what this Fallen Brothers something. Anyways, little comic book.
That
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to
cool.
show any of the pages on stream, so I'll refrain from that. And it came with, I'm obsessed, and this is the main reason I got it, the cool steel book.
Now I'm wishing my dad went all out for that.
And then it's got some like little art cards and stuff in there. But and then oh yeah, this was the coolest thing. It's like a little sarcophagus, and it has a magnetized sword that rests on his on
now I want to get it myself. Because I've been absolutely loving Soul Reaver whenever I play it. Except the Silence Cathedral. That level can screw itself.
Man, it's got this little holographic doohickey.
The runes that you can use.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the sword. I mentioned it was magnetic, but yeah, you can lift off his little sword. A little solid little guy. Yeah, he's got a magnet on his crotch to hold the sword in place, but that's just how it's supposed to be, I guess, on his grave.
I bet that's how he gets all the girls.
It's got this thing. You probably know better than me, but
no, I don't know about that.
That's some emblem that came with it. It's a little pin thingamajig.
But those are. I've definitely been enjoying the first game from what I've been playing. Absolute massive, guys. Everybody out there, if you're looking for a good game to play on your PlayStation, Soul Reaver is one of them.
But it's old. Is it problematic? Anything made before 2015 might be problematic.
I would say 2016 because that's when we got the unspeakable horror that was Ghostbusters 2016, which kicked everything off. Captain TVs, need a little excitement? Slam into a Slim Jim.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
I don't know how good my Randy Savage impression was. I'm probably offended you all. I deeply apologize.
It just always sounds like he's either. It's kind of like you're constantly taking a dump. It's like, ugh.
No, it sounds like you're constantly trying to hold in a dump.
Maybe. Oh, that's true. Like, yeah, he's in polite company. He's trying to hold in a fart constantly.
Sec Brandon, I got off work tomorrow, so I'm going to join you again. That is if my mic will work. Hey, let me know in the stream because I'm not going to be checking Discord while I'm on Awesomecast. Just let me know when you're ready, and I'll send you the link. Absolutely no problem. As long as you have a mic that works, hey, you can come on. As well as also you behave yourself because I am not willing.
Most phones and stuff are fine as far as mics go. I found the most important thing is to not have the audio playing out of it.
Yes.
So
as long as the background audio also doesn't get too distracting.
Oh yeah, that's true. You can get some stuff in the background for sure.
Never mentioned that.
Oh yeah.
Never mentioned that. Frozen Empire was an absolutely mid movie.
Yeah, now they're just like so heavy on nostalgia. It feels like they're not even doing their own thing. And then you mentioned a game you like. I am currently wearing my favorite games shirt, Ratchet and Clank. Of course, the classic PS2 trilogy. Which I still have the HD collection for, which is apparently a wanted item now.
Oh crap! Now that is something I'm not gonna have a hard time getting my hand. Hey, Iron Inquisitor, you're here in the comments, my guy. Hey, glad to see you're in the comments, even if you can't join the stream. Oh dear God, he's here. Is he going to go off on Trump again like he did last time? And am I going to have to put him on timeout again?
With different interests.
I love the original Star Wars saga, the 6 movies. Also happen to like some of the Disney stuff. Okay, well, right away, not a fake fan. That's a walking contradiction. You can't like Disney Star Wars stuff and be a real Star Wars fan. Those are two completely alien concepts because they're so... it's like opposite. It's like positive and negative polarities. You try to mush them together, they just want to stay apart.
Man, have you ever gotten into more of the George Lucas, even the 2003 Clone Wars? Come on,
2003 Clone Wars,
just
the
the
Ewok
original
cartoon.
6 movies. Come on, yeah.
I actually have the Droids cartoon now.
Oh, nice. I'll probably take a look. there's always the illicit Blu-ray seller at the at Steel City Con, which I'm going to tomorrow. So I'll have to go visit him and see if he's got any more stuff on Blu-ray that shouldn't be.
Oh shoot! Actually, speaking of conventions, I'm going to a convention myself.
Which one? Or okay, it's okay if you don't want to say.
No, I can't say because I don't want to dox myself.
Yeah, gotcha.
Because considering how unhinged my enemies are, it would not surprise me if somebody actually would try to axe me off.
That's what my brother and I were going to the Phoenix Fan Fusion, which is like the 4th biggest. So I'm not too worried about saying because it's a pretty big con. But also it's we're going as Sub-Zero and Scorpion. So I was ordering all my stuff on Etsy for that.
You know, I'm coming into a big paycheck because I worked a lot of days this week. In fact, I just got off a 4-hour shift today. So I'm going to try and get myself a captain shirt so I can be a Starfleet captain when I go to Comic-Con this year.
That's a nice simple one. Yeah.
Yeah, I went in a homemade spider suit last year. I got to meet Jeff Loeb.
Nice. Do you have anything? You just what's that? Stop drinking the Kool-Aid.
Stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Open your eyes, dude. You're the one who drank the Kool-Aid.
Wouldn't that
me.
be if you were like a Disney fan? You'd be drinking the Kool-Aid.
Nah, I don't drink Kool-Aid. I drink myself a good old glass of Sprite. Okay.
I'm having some 7-Up myself.
I try to be for their political meltdown. As soon as if he starts mentioning Trump, yeah, put him on timeout. Because I am not about to go into that mess again. Because seriously.
Speaking of which, I'm getting a nice, not a paycheck, but a nice big tax return due to that one big beautiful bill. Which is what I used to. I think I already got part mine, of it. I used to get my cosplay stuff, and then another part I used for my mom's early birthday gift, which was tickets to the Penguins playoff game. Since our Penguins just got into the playoffs for the first time in 3 years, so that's a little bit of, not sports ball because it involves a puck, I suppose, but that's sort of stuff.
Yeah, I've been busy because I'm prioritizing because I've been starting to shop on eBay now to get some like hard to find stuff, and I still need to get myself the Marvel Cosmic Invasion and the arcade collection.
Oh, they just announced limited run, which I know they've fired some people they shouldn't have, but they just announced what was it? It was like some Marvel Ultimate Collection.
Yeah, that's the one, the arcade one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because they were just advertising it, and I was like, ooh, I can't wait to get that.
Yeah, the limited run part has me worried. Unless it turns out to be the Super Mario 3D All-Stars Collection fiasco.
Oh, what happened with that? I don't even remember that.
So it was to celebrate Mario's 35th anniversary. So it was like they took Super Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy and mushed them all together as one collection. They didn't remaster it. They charged it as a full-priced game. There's barely any special features. You literally just get the games and the soundtracks.
Oh, this was by Nintendo, though, right?
Yes, this was by Nintendo.
Okay, no, I thought you meant a limited run thing.
Oh no, it was advertised that it was a limited run as well. They wanted it to be in a limited supply.
You're using it in the literal sense. I'm talking about the company limited run games.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I thought it was going to be like, why is it a limited time release? I got to get my hands up.
No,
I was freaking out.
No, it's a company. The reason I mentioned that there's sometimes trouble is I forget what exactly the fiasco was. They make really cool like collector's editions like the Legacy of Kain one, but I know that they fired someone for, I forget, it was something political. And so some people boycott them entirely, which I completely understand. But they make a lot of like the physical editions of stuff that was previously all digital. It's like that's how I got a lot of the Star Wars games that have been remastered and stuff like Bounty Hunter and
I have not gotten the Bounty Hunter remaster yet though.
Like Jedi Power Battles, because that one was a childhood one for me.
That one got gutted. Oh, it's Aspire. That was Aspire.
Oh yeah, that's the studio that actually does the remastering. Yeah, Limited Run just releases physical versions of
Okay.
the whatever game it is.
I am Magneto, Master of Magnet, X-Men. Welcome to die. I
It
cannot
reminds me
wait.
of the CDI Zelda games where he's like, "Gonna die, or you will die."
Oh, I have seen the cutscenes, and trust me, man, if I ever wanted to know what it's like to get high, I'd watch those.
Hey, just do oh. I need a goblet for that one and to splash it all over the place when I'm laughing.
Just don't put me on Star Trek due to my habit of wearing red shirts. Oh no. Rest in
Mr.
peace,
Spock, we need to go down and check out this planet. Let's bring Jimson over there. Oh no, please, sir. You and Mr. Spock are the only ones that ever live.
Bones too. Don't forget Bones.
And then yeah, he's like, oh yeah, we'll bring Bones. And then we're like, oh, look at that mysterious black goo. Jimson, go touch it. It's like, what? Why?
Strawberry Shortcake got cosplay. OnlyFans stuff. Just kidding, my guy. Oh god, I don't want to think about that because it's like my mom loves the original Strawberry Shortcake. So didn't I send you the link already, man? I thought I did. Who'd I send it to?
Maybe you sent it to Justin.
Oh no. I sent him. No, I sent him the link. He's got 2 links sitting in his Discord.
Maybe he's like Amanda Stenberg and he goes, Discord. I don't fuck with that Discord.
Ah, shoot, I still gotta edit that together, man. Wolfsguard, let me know if the link's not working. I'll send you another one. Oh my god, man, stop it with the shilling. I love. You love TCW? Damn you.
Oh, now he's listing his nerd credentials. Good for you.
Good for you. You're just outing yourself as a humiliating mess of a fan. Fake fan.
I just accept whatever slop there is.
Never been big on Discord. Gotta figure it. Okay, no problem. If it's the TNG era, it's yellow shirts that die. All right.
I never really noticed that, but I think he's right.
Yeah, they switched the colors, so captains wear red and security wears yellow.
Oh yeah, I guess their uniforms did change quite a bit. I'm thinking of the movies too, where they had already kind of made them have a lot of red in their officers' uniforms.
Yeah, because it was like the pastel colors of the motion picture, and then it was like the more admiral-like uniforms in the remaining films. I watched a video on all 6 Star Trek movies, so those are a little more fresh in my memory.
I wish William Shatner would come to Steel City Con. George Takei came one time.
Oh god, he's a Democrat though.
Yeah, I mean, luckily I didn't have to pay to see him. It was just he was in the big conference room. I went and sat for a little while. He had some, nice backstories about how he got into acting and stuff all the way back. But then he started getting into like political stuff. I think it was like 2018 or so. So he was already full TDS mode.
Oh dear. Another Mark Hamill. And to think he's like the only other guy besides William Shatner who's still alive.
Oh yeah, and he's just like a bitter old man too. He said somebody asked him a question. They were like, "What's the nicest thing you can say about William Shatner?" Because everybody knows they don't like each other. So he's like, just asked him to say something nice, basically. Even like you can say something simple, like, "Oh, he had nice cologne" or something. Surely you can think of something. And he's just like, "Oh well, I don't know. I can think of something. I'll tell you a story where he was a jerk." It's like, dude, you're so petty. Like, let it go. You're like 80-something years old.
Oh, I sent it to you in your in the private. Give me a second. And then I have to. For some reason, Justin Everello, despite the fact he's still a sheep, it seems to be a bit more competent. Sort of. I use the term very loosely. You said no politics. What's going on? Breaking the rules? Why? Because I said the factual truth about George Takei being.
Oh, George Takei. Well, that's entertainment related.
Yeah, we make fun of him because he.
Talking about cons and Star Trek actors. What are you talking about? And how he can't get past politics. I still watch the original series. He'd be like, "Oh no, William Shatner."
Yeah, I love the original series. All right. So, Darth Maul Soy Lord came out. That was interesting. It's
Excellent
terrible.
sleep cure. Or sleep, sleep, whatever it is, insomnia cure.
Oh, great. It's another Ambor. We've got another
Yeah.
Ambor situation on our hands, people.
I mean, it's faster paced and shorter episodes, but the problem is it's all stuff that's just been done so many times, including just the basic story of Darth Maul trying to take over the criminal underworld, that I was just
Again.
like yawning immediately. I was just like, okay, so they made all the crime bosses stupid so that Darth Maul can outsmart them with extremely basic plans because Filoni can't think above a third grade level. He's like,
Actually,
"Ooh."
third grade is too high for him.
Filoni on the "Are you smarter than a fifth grader" show, he like misses the kindergarten questions. He's like, "Oh, these are really hard. I don't know."
Oh my gosh, Dave Filoni could make Queso look like a genius. No, you're a fake fan. You admitted to liking Disney Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I love this one. Maul Jab Lad.
A Sith Lord.
All right, last one before we get into the first video. Dark Colonel 50. Welcome to the stream. Disney made Maul a bitch like Frieza and Super. I wouldn't know. I have not watched Dragon Ball.
The last manga chapter that I was reading, Frieza kicked Goku and Vegeta's ass, so I don't know.
Also, I totally forgot to say Casual Chris is in the stream. My bad, Casual Chris. I don't know. It's not seeing the link. Okay, so there's a private chat between you and me.
Your little messages, it'll be the furthest thing up on the vertical column on the left. And well, I don't know if you're on mobile or desktop.
I sent him a friend request and he hasn't received it yet, but since he's not big on Discord, it's like you have to go, and if you see my profile, click on it and it should open our conversation, and you should see 3 links, the one from last week and the 2 I just sent you for this one. And obviously, I'm not going to share it on stream because I've got other conversations there and that I'd rather keep private.
Mm-hmm.
Because I respect people's privacy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, first video. Darth Maul, his complete canon timeline so far, just so we can have a little refresher course.
This is the Disney one, right?
Yes, this is Sexplained we're talking about. I love ripping into Sexplained. He's far too easy.
Not Molly, though.
Oh, God. She's even worse than him. I feel so bad with him.
You're just sexist.
Yeah, right.
If negative charisma were a person, it would be both of these in this couple. They will put you to sleep faster than Ambor.
Well, good news is this is only 9 minutes, so...
Maul Shadow Lord is just around the corner. To prepare, let's go over Maul's complete story so far and talk about the gaps that the new animated series will be covering.
Maul's complete timeline. He got cut in half, fell down a giant hole, and died. And if you choose to believe it, his brain was salvaged, and he came back as a solid hologram ghost and was defeated by Luke Skywalker. The end.
I was thinking, whenever he said the gaps it will be covering, I was just thinking, oh, it's going to be covering Grogu attracted people. Interesting. Didn't know Filoni was into covering that, but okay.
Oh my gosh, the second I just read that comment, I was reminded of the Simpsons clip of Homer. Dear Lord. Yeah, that was actually a pretty good clip, though.
Maul was born on the planet Dathomir 54 years before the Battle of Yavin.
Immediately wrong. He was born on the planet of Iridenia. If I'm remembering that one.
Iridenia? Never mind.
The book is upstairs in my room. I have to go grab it and read it, but he's not from Dathomir.
He was the son of the Night Sister Mother Talzin, who wielded the dark side of...
Who the heck did she have to tap in order to get a baby?
She used her dark magic and extracted semen.
Oh, God. Bah, this is annoying. Yes, modern technology is annoying. But I'm sure you can figure it out. I mean, come on, man. It should be pretty simple.
You can do it.
Just do what you did last week. What did you do last week? Because you were able to get on the You were able to get on the channel.
Yeah, sometimes Discord, it'll little notification won't pop up, but you should just be able to click the little message looking box, the little
Okay, you're on my
speech
profile.
bubble.
Okay, you're on my profile. Now, if you're looking at my profile, there should be something that says "See Messages," like a little speech bubble. If you click that, it should send you to our chat, which is nothing but my Discord links. The links I sent you for the stream. It's going to be right below my picture. It's going to be the little speech bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Lord, this is very awkward considering I'm live. Oh, dearly. Why do people watch me?
We're watching, Brandon. Always watching.
Oh, she gives me chills.
That sounded
love
like
that.
you were attracted to her. Jeez.
Oh, no.
She gives me chills.
No, I was quoting Mike Wazowski because
yeah.
that's like one of my favorite Pixar movies.
Yeah, you know the movie better than me. I did not remember that part of the quote. I only remember the basic quotes.
The Force through magic. He had red skin marked with black tattoos, and he inherited his mother's strength in the Force.
He only got the black tattoos from Palpatine. He didn't get them from Mother Talzin.
Jeez, I don't even know Maul's history as much as yourself.
Gihidraman 7091. I'm assuming I pronounced that right. What's up?
Ghidra H-Man, maybe?
I'm not gonna watch Shadow Lord and never will since it's Disney Stars and TCW adjacent. But I did start playing Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2. It's a great game. The cutscenes are awesome.
Great game, fantastic cutscenes, much better than crazy Kathy Kennedy.
The first time we got to see live action lightsaber combat in like over a decade.
Oh, it had live action cutscenes.
Yes, it did. Dark Forces 2 did.
Wait. I think I got. Wait a minute. That was maybe one of the classics that they released because I know I played one with full motion video cutscenes.
Yeah,
that's what they called it back on PlayStation 1 because it was such a big deal for them to have
it
movies.
was. I know it was it and Rebel Assault 2 that had like live action.
That's the one that I played. It was Rebel Assault 2.
Rebel Assault 2 kicks like that's not really the greatest.
Yeah, it's like an on-rails shooter. It's very short and everything.
Yeah,
It's like
my
you're destroying
brother-
the secret Cloaky base.
My brother was in agony trying to do the one section where you fly a YT-200 through the tunnels, and he kept crashing. It was hilarious.
Hey, look, this is some, filthy casual stuff, but luckily on the PlayStation, on a lot of the classics, whenever you press the little options button, it has a rewind on the classics.
Yeah.
So I was like, crash, rewind, crash, rewind, crash. It basically just makes it for shorter reloads rather than having to go back to the menu and reload it again.
I usually save cheat.
Oh yeah, they have that too on the little because it's basically like an emulator built in.
The rewind feature I'm not so quite sure on, so I just use the save cheat.
Gotcha.
Hang on, I had to update. So maybe now I'll be able to. Hey, here's hoping. We're counting on you, Wolf Scar.
Discord is weird about that sometimes. I'll go to open it and it's like, have to update. And then it like stops opening. And then I have to click it again. It's like,
I don't think I've ever had to update Discord.
It'll always be like doing it automatically whenever I go to open it for some reason. Maybe I need to turn on like background downloads or something so that it can do it when I'm not trying to open it.
Can I get a link again?
Yeah, y'all got any more of them links?
Who's asking? Don't buy us. We're fakes. Robots. I was actually reminded of robots a while ago, and that is such a good movie. That's like one of my childhood favorites.
With Robin Williams.
And Ewan McGregor, surprisingly enough.
Oh dear.
Lucas Arts games are made by real men. And for real men. That's right. We're real men here. We're not beta. We're not soy boy beta cucks like Darth Watson, Justin.
Oh yeah, macho men.
Yes, indeed. We are, in fact, macho men.
I don't know which ones you watched, but the ones with props are the best. Whenever he does this,
I'll check out the prop ones. I just clicked like the first one.
He'll bring in like a newspaper, and the little announcer guy's just like, oh, what do you have there, Randy? And he's just like,
Yesterday's news, and that's what Hulk Hogan is.
he crumbles it up and throws it away.
I gotta clip those. I just did the one I watched.
Probably his most famous one. He just has a creamer. He has all these creamer cups that he stuffed in his clothes, and he keeps pulling them out. He's like,
I am the cream. The cream rises to the top.
he keeps putting it on the guy's head and stuff. Oh man, with pure
Way too
charisma.
similarities between Halo and Star Wars.
Yeah, right around the same time, because the original Bungie team left after Reach. Then that was slightly before, the whole Lucasfilm purchase. Well, no, because the purchase was like 2012. I'm thinking
it was 2012.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the release of Force Awakens. So actually, it was right around the same time.
I have over 10K subs, and you barely get any interaction in anything you post.
How much did you pay for them?
Yeah.
I mean, look, I get low interaction, but that's because I had like 2 popular videos that got me a bunch, and then I kind of didn't follow up on them too much.
At least 300 of my subs are dead because they're from a channel that no longer wants to associate with me because of the path I've gone down.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody likes the fact I'm the loud and proud gatekeeper, but I stuck through it, and look at me now. I've got co-hosts. I've got somebody with technical issues going on right now. I've got enemies. I've got friends. I have all you guys, and honestly, I couldn't ask for anything better.
You've got
Chase
Mother
Edge, welcome
Cows
to the
in
stream.
there.
Okay, I could ask for better. I could ask for better Star Wars.
which led to him becoming an apprentice to Darth Sidious. The Sith Lord traded knowledge of the dark side with Talzin, promising to make her his right hand, but instead he took an interest in her son, and when Maul was 14 years...
Imagine Sidious just telling you, hey, help me take over the galaxy, and I'll give you a slice of that pie. That sounds so unlike him.
Yes, give me your shirtless child. I wish to groom him, yes.
What am I jealous of? I have nothing to be jealous of.
Yeah, Melvin really reeks of jealousy as he goes around trolling people. He wants that shill access. That's what you're clearly jealous of.
Stole him away. He was trained mercilessly to deepen his anger, rage, and connection to the dark side.
They're making him
taught his apprentice to...
Wait, what?
Was that a Disney Star Wars canon thing? Because he's saying like, oh, they trained him
it
mercilessly to increase his anger, and he's sitting there meditating. It's like that doesn't seem very Sithy.
Yeah, it's the Marvel comics.
Ugh.
Marvel didn't publish any comics until Disney got the license, because after the 70s, it went to Dark Horse.
I was gonna say back in the 70s, I know they published a few with the Green Rabbit and everything.
Jackson. Jackson is far much more real Star Wars than anything Disney can produce. Oh crap, I forgot he's another character they dragged into Disney Star Wars.
Oh geez, what was that, like one of those Tales of things?
No, it's one of the comics.
Hate the Jedi Order and took him to the planet Malachor, where Maul received visions of a battle that took place there thousands of years earlier. He felt the wounds and deaths of the long-dead Sith and longed for revenge against the Jedi. He was a highly skilled...
This looks stupid.
God, they make Maul look like such a wuss there. He's like, oh!
Also, oh, look, he's fighting those stupid creatures from The Fart Awakens. Wolfscar, did you get the link? I sent it to you.
Wolfsguard, friend request me. If you didn't get it from him, I'll try sending it to you.
Oh, yeah, that'll work.
He can Chinese telephone it through me.
The TCW Dathomir retcon is so bad, along with the Mandalore retcon. Yeah.
Dude, they make the Mandalorians into little bitches. How many times have the Mandalorians been wiped out or taken over in the Disney canon?
I have no idea.
Filoni is obsessed with them. He even has a Mando bitch in Darth Maul's second in command in Shadow Lord.
Oh, right.
Like it's he brought her from Mandalore because he took over Mandalore like 3 times during the Clone Wars, apparently. He just keeps easily taking it over. And then they get bombed in Mandalorian. like the Empire can apparently just destroy them with a few bombers. They're like, oh, it's the night of 1,000 tears. Shut up.
This is supposed to be a warrior race capable of taking on the Jedi and actually having the capacity to win.
They're like, wait a minute, we can take on the Jedi Order, but an alligator, we literally cannot defend our children. They are all gonna die. And all of our backpacks suck and run out of fuel before we can even catch one creature.
Well, okay, Wolfscar's not getting anything. I don't get why. Is it because you're not friends with me? Try accepting the friend link. Check your notifications. That should be marked by the little bell, just like the one on YouTube, which you can click if you subscribe to me, so you know when I'm going live.
Wolfscar, are you in our Discord server?
Yeah, but that would also invite other people to want to try and tap in.
Oh no, I didn't know if he already was in.
Oh,
there.
he's in our server. He's in our server.
Because you can check the text channels under Executor, and you'll also see the link there.
Oh no, he's not in that one. He's in
okay.
Because I didn't
He's
know
in
he was going to be a real current.
Yeah,
member.
he's in the Awesome Autobots.
Yes, the Awesome Autobots. I was in a Transformers mood when I made that. I'm trying watch both Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones today, and I'm trying to figure out what people's problems are with them. Okay, comedy clips. There are no problems with them. People were just lying. Also, I would have preferred if you watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but whatever. It's too late
Well,
now.
he said just today. He doesn't have all. He's only got so
he's
many hours.
He's told me he's watched A New Hope, Empire, and Return of the Jedi.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it might be a rewatch. He didn't say it was his first time ever watching them.
Casual Chris is just destroying Darth Watson Justin in the comments below. It's like, all right.
Just casually destroying them, you could say, because he's casual.
If Wolfscar can't do it, we'll try and do your job, what you suggested, John. We'll try and do it through you.
You can just,
if that's okay.
Yeah. Or I can just copy the link from that Discord and then send it to him. Is he the same username on Discord?
Wolfscar, yes. He just has the standard red with the Discord symbol.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. Brandon is delusional. Replace my name with yours and you get an accurate statement.
Ooh, gotcha.
But his master withheld knowledge and experience from his student. For example, Maul wielded a red double-bladed lightsaber that he...
Which I had just recently, in my community posts, revealed the true origin of, and not whatever Disney dreams up.
Brandon, I think I see the potential problem. There are 2 Wolfscars in your regular server, because that's how I just tried to find him. And they're both Wolfscar _ and then a number, but then there's 2 different numbers.
Oh, that...
Because I just searched in the Autobots one.
What in the name of the 13 primes? Okay, hang on. Sending.
So you probably have him from the previous episode whenever he did get the link. You probably have a different message chain that you can link.
Yeah,
in.
I did. I don't know why, because it's gray.
Yeah, there's a gray one and a red one.
I sent it to the gray one. The gray one had the green dot activated, so that should work.
Damn.
This is so confusing sometimes.
Star Wars fans are upset at me, says that junk man.
Oh my gosh, you saw that?
At the link.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the link you had in your Discord while I was searching for him.
Oh, we're covering that later, guaranteed.
Why did he make an AI thumbnail of himself? You can just take a picture of yourself going.
Oh wait, that's AI. I didn't notice it was AI.
It looked like it to me. I thought so. Let me see. I'm gonna take another look at it. Maybe it's not. It's hard to tell. It's kind of fake looking. I don't know.
This is getting concerning, guys. Oh my gosh. It's him. It's Manny the Legend. You guys lied about the Andor sister storyline not having closure.
No, we
I
didn't.
already confronted Brandon on this, but I thought I needed to confront you now, co-host guy. Oh, you couldn't even bother to read his name?
I have a name, buddy.
Buddy, it doesn't have an actual resolution. Andor never...
But metaphorically, he never heals the hole in his soul from his sister not being there, so it's like meant to not be resolved or something.
That's not a good narrative payoff.
It's like Gilroy got bored halfway through and was like, I don't have enough time for this sister crap. Never mind.
Oh, I get views on my channel. I wonder how many of those views are from us and not from your actual audience.
Why? This is like the person in line who's like, "Do you know who I am?" Whenever you're trying, like, dude, are you seriously like dick measuring tiny YouTube channels? Like, calm down.
Fun fact: I'm actually surprised that all the shorts I have, all actually got like are in the thousands in view count.
Yeah,
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true. Anything that does pop off for me is nowadays is usually a short. It'll be like some random Final Fantasy VII one or something. It'll get
Yeah,
like
I gotta start making Star Wars shorts. Star Wars shorts. Okay,
who watches short shorts? I watch short shorts.
Okay, I sent it to Wolfscar. He should be able to see it. I'm hoping.
Apparently didn't earn through the standard Sith ritual of bleeding the kyber crystals of a fallen Jedi.
Oh my god, the stupid bleeding crystal crap.
Snot it.
Andor is told that the season one day his sister is dead and he had no more hope with it. Oh, he's told. He never figures it out for himself. That's a bloody great payoff.
That's the resolution.
Hey!
Wolfscar, you need to deal with your clone.
Yeah.
Need to eat him like a wolf and give him a scar.
Wait, how can you eat someone and give
well,
him
maybe
a
not
scar?
in that exact order, but you know, the
right.
general gist.
Captain Ninja's in the stream, and oh look, Pissy One is in the stream.
Pissy One.
He used to be known as Misery.
Misery. That's what you've chosen. Anyways.
Being told is finding out, bro. He never figures it out for himself. He has to be told by somebody else. That's not an actual good payoff to
Also,
the sister's plot line.
That's like a super lame, like nothing resolution. It's like, oh, that thing that's been going on all season, didn't matter.
It's an emotional moment. Buddy, they dropped the storyline for like halfway through, and then they resolve it at the end with, oh, hey, by the way, your sister's dead.
Let's be honest, just like his time skips, Gilroy couldn't think of how to resolve it, so he just drops it or skips over it. That's what he always does with the time skips, too. He's like, how do I make Cassian Andor and Bix into a relationship? Whatever. I'll just time skip over it.
Anyway, Wolfscar, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm good, apart from, technical difficulties.
I am so sorry about that, guy.
You're good.
All right. Hope you're ready to rip into some Maul.
Who's that? Oh, this guy? No, he's not
Yes.
Maul. He's not Maul.
We need to come up with a good...
Star Wars explained. He's just like Darth Maul, dude. He's so badass.
No.
He probably has no junk down there either.
Oh no.
No.
Molly severed him at the hips.
No.
A super lame resolution, which isn't it? It isn't. It is still a resolution.
It's a non-resolution, dude. It's a cop out, so it's not really a resolution. Sorry.
Boom. We are undefeated champions. He is Shadow Lord, buddy. Stop being so damn cringe.
Hey pal, you just blowing from Stupid Town?
Okay, let's continue.
After 7 years of training, he had yet to face and kill a Jedi of his own, so his lightsaber must have been a gift from his teacher rather than a trophy taken from victory in battle.
Again, Maul built his double-bladed lightsaber so he could kill a Jedi that Sidious sent him to go deal with.
Wow.
I shared this. Oh, excuse.
You're good.
I shared this on my community post just a couple of days ago.
A whole 7 years. Huh?
7 years of training.
Woo. That's so impressive. Can you notice the sarcasm in my voice?
Holy restart. Oh, he's so sensitive. He can't even bring himself to call us retards.
He's like Eric DeBunk. He's like, oh, Arsler.
Oh, and look at that. Rhodians who aren't trying to kill those Jedi because they're very violent. They nearly
yes, I
killed
saw
our
that.
whole species.
It's extremely
Kakamiki
violent.
Solo.
We all love Greedo here. Greedo, not Hello Greedo. Yeah,
Ugh.
screw him.
Hello Greedo, who wears a stormtrooper helmet, even though he calls himself Hello Greedo.
He used to wear a Greedo mask.
Yeah, well,
He
needs
brings
to he needs to wear some sort of ridiculous helmet to tell us how normal he is.
Hey, John,
Instead of sending
don't be
go
making fun
ahead.
of the stormtroopers now.
It was just a funny clip whenever he's like, I just love being a normal Star Wars fan. He's like a guy in a t-shirt with a fucking stormtrooper helmet on.
Yeah.
It's like you do realize what you're filming now, right?
Maul after worthy opponents, Sidious used his apprentice as an assassin, hunting pirates and smugglers to further his lofty goals.
Yeah, well, that is pretty on brand for Maul. He was not really a full-blown Sith. He was an assassin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear God, what is this? Why am I?
It looks like a Hollywood celebrity who had too much plastic surgery.
What is with her arms?
With like a Karen haircut and like it's like a weird material that's like it's like robo arms or something.
Oh
Just
my
like a
gosh!
robot.
And my precious droidicas are in there.
Why are they? Are they painted? They look painted.
For one of you, for the highest bidder, the rarest of prizes awaits. I am your hostess, Zev Zraxus, and it is my honor to facilitate this little soiree.
That sounds gay as fudge.
I guess they're
On one side-
auctioning off, destroyer droids. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure the Trade Federation would have something to say about that, considering they own them.
This is all patented copyrighted material.
Is this legal?
Legally distinct droidicas.
No, Brandon, that's an offensive voice. You have to make them sound lame and gay like in the Acolyte.
Mission, Maul learned of a captured Jedi Padawan named Eldra Cadis who was being auctioned off by the Zrexus cartel.
And excuse me, the Jedi did nothing to go get her. I'm pretty sure that even if it was outside Republic jurisdiction, I'm pretty sure the Jedi would have sent somebody to go rescue her. Like maybe as an
they would have at
undercover
least
bidder.
sent somebody to negotiate. They could, come on, make some sort of effort.
Oh God, R. Singh was in this.
There's Cad Bane.
Ooh, I have a creepy voice. Ooh.
You'll never be cooler than Dirge.
Hoping to test his skills against a Jedi, he teamed.
Why is she wearing a gray jumpsuit and a light blue one instead of? Just why?
Because she's not Ursine.
Just generally for this character, why?
Up with Cad Bane, Aura Singh, and some other bounty hunters infiltrating the auction and stealing Eldra from the Mugens who won her.
The
They're-
Mugans? Are you
Mugen?
freaking-
Why? Just
Isn't
why?
that the Tekken 3 character, Mugen?
And why would the? Oh right, I heard Dirge they were going to because Dirge is too expensive to animate in 3D.
Ugh. Well, everything looks cheap in Filoni Wars, so I'm not surprised by that.
He's still ruined anyway.
Yeah,
Oh,
it would
Dirge is
honestly
another-
look horrible in that art style. I'm not gonna lie.
Dirge is also in Disney Star Wars. I just remembered.
And they ruined him. Yeah.
How bad?
He appeared in that Dr.
Oh god,
whoever that woman is, and
yeah,
as far as I'm aware, never again.
that's
he's
the one that like all the
Dirge.
shills were pushing for a while. They're like, "Oh, Dr. Aphra, she's a real interesting character," and then like the only thing I ever heard about her is that she was like gay or something. And it was just like, "Oh, that makes her interesting, I guess, to some people."
Not the only thing.
Another spoiled Jedi princess that gets easily captured by scoundrels. Disney Dirge, I think, is in the Afra comics. Apparently, he was asleep during TC. He's supposed to be one of the biggest agents for the Confederacy.
Nah, they only have like 3 people.
and they're all jobbers who just get beaten constantly.
Oh yeah, Count Dooku, General Grievous, and Asajj Ventress.
Yeah, they're like, watch out, it's General Grievous. Oh, the Gungans beat him. Oh, but he got away, so that makes him really scary, I guess. I don't know.
You can't
and then
say that.
Ventress just left.
You can't say that, Brandon, about the dress. Lucky Kennedy is one. Oh, I am so certain that he is lurking. He is lurking and seething.
Lucky Kennedy ain't gonna like the I mentioned the Penguins made the playoffs, and our celebration chant is Lord Stanley, get me the brandy. He don't like them drinks.
He don't like us because he thinks we're Nazis. Or at least he thinks me of one. Oh God, it's Appleface again. Not you. God, I can't handle your retardation for too much longer. I literally have to delete your comments because you keep driving me in circles.
On the grave. What an odd thing to say. You're a strange person.
Oh God, did Lucky Kennedy send everybody to raid my stream? Brandon, why are you wasting more time reading Disney comics? Well, first off, I'm not reading these comics.
That's Star Wars Explained.
I'm not reading these comics. I am ripping into a video, you goober.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I'm not the one with a profile picture from a video game that includes Disney Star Wars elements in it. Bitch. Lurkin and Spurgeon. I absolutely loved it. I absolutely love this channel. I love my people. I love you guys. I love you all in a brotherly sense. A sisterly. No, it's not gay.
No
I
homo.
swear, I'm a heterosexual. I'm as straight as an arrow.
You have to say no homo afterwards, otherwise it's gay.
Oh damn! I'm so new to the internet.
You're too young. Your generation found that offensive, so you never heard it growing up.
Okay then. I love all you guys as like brothers and sisters for my whatever female audience I might have. No homo.
Hey, Snarky J, if you're watching, I love you in a very non-sisterly way. Anyways.
How many EU books have you read recently, Brandon? Well, actually, I'm reading the Expeditionary Force.
I thought
my dad gave
expanded universe for a second. I was like, man, he's really stroking out.
Yeah.
No, I have a lemon head in my mouth, and I was busy.
Oh, okay.
And I've been having trouble pronouncing the word. It's the Expeditionary Force.
Wait, you're blowing a Chinese guy?
No!
You have a lemon head in your mouth?
Lemon! The candy!
I was making a racist joke because they, yellow. Anyways.
Oh! Lucky Kennedy will definitely be angry at that. But no. I was eating the candy because I got 4 boxes of them for Easter, along with a chocolate rabbit. And seriously, I went all Lent without eating any candy.
Nah.
So it is cathartic to have it back.
That was
Also,
that was Asmongold's diet. Whenever somebody asked, they were like, "How do you stay so skinny?" Because he's like late 30s, and he's like, "I just eat sugary candy all the time," and then you never stop, and you never run out of energy.
Lemonheads did it. Do you? But yeah, I'm reading the Expeditionary Force. So, but I have read the EU comics that I've been sharing with you all on my community post because I love to educate you guys and I love to share real Star Wars.
Speaking of which,
by the way, with the pause frame here, it looks like Maul is just gazing into a drink.
He's like thinking about it. He's like, "Blue milk, we meet again." But I've started. I'm probably about a third of the way through recording and editing the Jedi Eclipse review. I finally like just got to it, and then I was like, "Oh, why am I so afraid of editing? This always goes easier than I think it will."
I laughed my ass off the comics. I said this guy could only handle the EU stories with pictures. Considering the fact that I have read the Thrawn trilogy, the Hand of Thrawn duology, I have read the Corellian trilogy. I read Crystal Star twice. I read the Castella trilogy backwards. Okay. I read that backwards because it's not properly labeled. I've read the Dark Lord trilogy, I have read all the prequel novelizations. I've read the original novelization of the Star Wars movie before it was called A New Hope. I have read the Rise and Fall of Darth Vader. I have read the Luke Skywalker biography. I read the Obi-Wan biography. I have read... What else have I read? I read the Coruscant Knights quadrilogy because that also has a fourth novel, The Last Jedi, which I read.
Wait, The Last Jedi?
Yes, that was ripped off from the EU.
Mhm.
And...
Like a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's kind of a moot point anyway. I mean, absolutely, that completely disproves him. And then also, like manga has pictures, and they're pretty darn good stories. Like they're deeper than a lot of written novels that come out in the West.
And I have read the Shadows of the Empire twice. And that's my favorite EU novel out of all of them. Oh, no. I've also read Rogue Planet. I read Jedi Trial. I read Shatterpoint. I read Yoda Dark Rendezvous.
Have you read the Han Solo trilogy?
Which one? Because I have the one that starts with Rebel Dawn. No.
All of them?
No, I have not yet, unfortunately. I own one of the Han Solo trilogies, but I got to get around to reading it.
Yeah, it's a good series.
Are there multiple Han Solo trilogies?
There's 2 of them.
Okay.
Is there more? Because I heard there's 2.
No, that's it. Yeah.
Because guys, in Disney Star Wars, there's like 3 Thrawn trilogies. It's really fucking stretched out and nothing happens.
Dark Empire is awesome. Yes, it is. Damn it. I heard Rogue Planet is boring. I liked it from what I read, and Zonima Sekot actually does play quite of an interesting role in the Vong series. Oh yeah, and I read Vector Prime.
Nice.
And I read Millennium Falcon. Damn it! Whenever I get on a roll like this, I just start remembering all the novels I read. I read Millennium Falcon.
Brandon's been reading a shit ton. I'm always like slow. I'm like, all right, I've gotten like my 5th NJO novel, and then maybe I'll jump back and start for my release order.
Their actions were not taken kindly by Zev's Rexus, who shot down their ship, stranding the Sith, the Jedi, and the bounty hunters on a nearby moon. Several criminal organizations attacked the group, causing Maul and
teams
Eldred
up with the Jedi. Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
and the Jedi never catch on that he's a Sith Lord.
How's that 7 years of training working for him?
This happens in that happens, Brandon, what you mentioned, even up until the Jab Lord thing, because the pink Twi'lek that he's training,
not Darth Talon, as Iron Inquisitor would say.
Yeah, she's basically like being very easily tricked. Like the entire 2 episodes was like she's in a police cell because she tried to steal some shit, even though her master told her not to. And then like Maul breaks her out and he puts her in a cell, and she's like, "Oh, I'm not a prisoner. I don't want to be a prisoner." He's like, "Oh, you're not a prisoner. You need to change your perspective. You can escape anytime." And it's like, whoa, this is super deep, guys. Except it's not, because it's just like a very obvious lesson, and it has nothing to do with Jedi or Sith, and yet it's apparently supposed to change her to the dark side. He keeps like insulting the Jedi as he's saying this. He's like, "Oh, you need to check your surroundings. The Jedi won't teach you that." I'm like, I feel like that's a very basic lesson that they would teach you.
That has nothing to do with the Sith.
It's like nothing dark or light. It's so weird, the writing in this. He's just like, "Oh, your Jedi would never teach you how to escape from a cell, right? That's totally against their philosophy." It's like, I'm pretty sure that has nothing to do with Jedi or Sith. That's just basic competence. It's such a
form an
odd angle for them to take to turn her to the dark side. I assume that's what they're doing anyways through 2
likely
episodes.
Partnership. But in the end, the Sith apprentice fought and killed the Jedi.
What is there?
Oh, he stabbed him right in the dick.
I think it's a her.
Oh, he stabbed her right in the cooch.
Don't worry. Don't you know that you can just walk that off? And
yeah, that's true.
See, the real Maul would have killed all of them, and then killed the station, and then reported back to Sidious.
I also
But
like how
here,
the
he's having to ally himself. No.
yeah.
See, the real Maul took out a whole Black Sun fortress full of the most deadliest beings in the galaxy at the time. With ease.
Yeah, that's Maul Lockdown, right?
No, it's in the comics.
Oh, damn
it's
it.
in the older Darth Maul comics, which is
Damn it.
way better.
I gotta read those. I gotta get those, and then I
goodness.
gotta read those.
Why is the lightsaber exploding whenever it hits someone?
Dramatic effect.
I've read Dark Lord, the BH Wars, Truce of... Oh, I've read Truce of Bakura. I've read I Jedi too. Jedi Prince. What is this? A dick measuring contest?
I Jedi, is that like an Apple tie-in?
No, it's actually a EU novel written from a first person perspective, which
It's
was
pretty
quite
good,
interesting.
Ah, okay.
I've read Courtship of Princess Leia. I want to get Tattooing Ghost. Also, it's more than just the novels. It's like the comics, the video games. Like the EU is more than just novels, guy.
Well, those don't count because they have pictures, Brandon.
The RPG adventure books, source books.
The
I got a crap ton of that.
the expanded universe is the expanded universe. I mean, it doesn't matter what medium you're engaging it through. You're engaging with it.
Star Wars also started off as movies. If you have a problem with a visual medium being used to tell the story, then you just don't like Star Wars.
Technically, John, it started as a novel first.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
But
The movie tie-in novel?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
And
I
the
rest my case. It literally, the concept of it's only written because of the movie.
Also, what is their obsession with having Maul with his shirt off?
I don't know. Filoni
60.
is like, make him more thirtless.
I'll only accept it if it's from that one fan film where he's fighting Darth Talon. If you know, you know.
They start fighting and then...
And then Talon burns her tongue off.
I don't know why. That was kind of hot, though.
Oh, God.
Like
I mean,
George
it was,
Lucas.
but-
Like George Lucas, I have a preference for Twi'leks. Sue me.
I am an A-list Sakura man. Those bloobs. I mean, it's kind of weird because they instantly die whenever you see them in in fucking Revenge of the Sith. But, you know.
And then assassinated Zrexus.
Oh, great. We get our first ad.
Vevey.
And, oh my God, okay. I don't know what's up with Marvel's advertising. It feels like they're really half-assing it.
Sith.
Also, look, Maul has no eyes.
Oh, he's like a defeated One Piece character. That's what always happens when they get knocked out.
What is
Their eyes go all white.
What?
Wait,
He's
what
doing
was
this
what?
dramatic pose.
About a year later, Darth Sidious employed the Trade Federation to block
Oh, no, not my baby. Not the Phantom Menace. No!
his homeworld Naboo, which marked the beginning of a grand plan to take control of the galaxy and destroy the Jedi Order. When Queen Amidala of Naboo escaped, Maul was dispatched to find her
Blah, blah, blah.
lightsabers with the Jedi.
We know the events of the
Coruscant.
movie.
Despite the seemingly fatal wound, Maul was kept alive by the dark side and his
No, he's street meat.
He's melted.
I'm melting.
Oh, yes, it's a melting pit.
Anyway, I want to put a note here because it was the Phantom Menace. The judicial forces are completely underrated. Just
Judicial forces?
yeah, judicial forces. They're completely underrated. Just wanted to make a note of that. I'll get into that in a community post, but you'll see.
Subscribe to Wolfscar if you want to keep up to date on the expanded universe. The more, once again, the more obscure side of the EU. Because that's what we're bringing you. Also, technically, if you want to consider it canon, because I don't think there's anything that necessarily says it's not, Star Wars Tales, the Phantom Menaces, Luke Skywalker fights Darth Maul as a solid hologram ghost.
Maul kind of went full Undertaker with that still image whenever he had the all white eyes. You can see what I posted here. He's just pretty much copying him.
He's like, ew, I'll totally kill you, Jedi.
Desire for revenge. His body fell into a trash container on Naboo and was eventually
Why is there a trash container in the melting pit? In Naboo, like that doesn't even look like an area where somebody will just be casually striding along, and you're like, I'm done eating my sandwich. I'm gonna toss the wrapper down here. Hope it hits the garbage chute.
It's actually nice to have the big pit right in the middle of whatever room you're in because you can just toss whatever garbage you have there.
I'm surprised he doesn't have brain damage. He must have hit his head like so many times going all the way down.
Well, I mean, he would have just splatted just based on what we saw.
I mean,
he had
true
to
too, but
he had to break his fall with like a bunch of awnings, I guess.
Brandon, I apologize for saying you don't read the novels. You've proven you have. I've heard it in some interviews you did with Kennedy. I think that's what made me think you didn't. I respect that. It's been a while since I've picked up an EU novel. I've been trying to get back into reading novels again because I really have slacked off. That is my fault. I've been wanting to get back into it, but I've also been trying to like expand into the other mediums like the comics and the games. And right now, again, as I said, I'm reading the Expeditionary Force, which my dad gave me, and he's really excited for me getting into it. It's a pretty funny book so far. I've been enjoying it.
He dumped onto the junk planet Lotho Minor. There he lost his mind and crafted a spider-like body out of the surrounding trash.
Somehow.
This is the most unnecessary thing ever. It's like, okay, I'm a two-legged person. I have lost my legs. What am I going to construct for myself? Clearly spider legs. Why?
So he lost his mind and then built his legs? What?
Yes. Apparently losing your mind gives you great mechanical knowledge.
I can't remember where I picked this up. I think this was on Scran's Discord where someone says if he's holding those legs together with the force, all you have to do is take a Yeslamari and put it down and let it walk by Maul, and his legs are just gonna fall apart because it cuts off his force connection.
Oh, I just remember it was one of the funniest friggin' EFAT moments where they're just like, none of them know any of this Clone Wars stuff, and they have one person on who is knowledgeable in it, and they're like, oh yeah, so Darth Maul, he dies, but then he like gets robot spider legs. And then there's just a big pause, and I think it's Rags just goes, why not human legs? It's like he's used to.
Brandon, try, do not do, or do not. There is no try. Yoda was okay. You butcher that quote because you put try in the wrong place.
Yeah, it's do or do not. There is no try. Yeah.
You say you told me to just try. You didn't tell me to do.
Try, not do, or do.
Also, you don't get to lecture me, fake fan. I can do what I want. Also, Cannibal the Dragon, I apologize. Welcome to the stream, man. Somehow you forget he somehow survived the fall. Somehow he survived when he doesn't eat for who knows how long. Somehow he can survive with his lower half. Notice somehow happened a lot.
It's
He remained exiled for
episode 9 line, only it's like 10 times over. It's like somehow Maul returned, and then they're like, wait a minute, how? And he's like, well, somehow he survived the fall.
12 years growing more and more insane. He attempted to escape on at least one occasion by luring a group of mercenaries to the world, hoping to steal their ship, but the survivors of his gambit escaped without him.
That is
so certainly an image you want.
Looking. Holy, yeah, it looks like he's ready to like make a. Why did he make the ball so big? Like spiders have it so they can produce web and shit. He's like making a mechanical spider. He's like, I must make it anatomically accurate. You're evil, yes.
Oh my god, this is IDW. The same company that gave us literal Transformers.
Oh no.
I wish I was kidding.
Were they the ones that had the show where they were like, oh, such and such goes by they, them?
No, that was Earthspark, but IDW had nothing to do with that. But no, IDW did put identity politics in Transformers, though.
Prime! I may be evil, but I'm not a bigot.
Oh, yeah, and they made Megatron an Autobot at one point. It was so stupid.
Of course.
It's explained away as the dark side is why Maul survived. Same with Reaver. Oh, they were even lazier with Reaver because it was like, at least with Maul, they show him getting legs and trying to find a way off planet. Reaver, they don't even bother to explain how she healed herself or how she got off planet. She just teleports, I guess. I remember this one, TCW IDW comic, terrible art that made. Oh my gosh, the one where Mace Windu looks like a freaking monkey. I remember. I saw the image earlier this week. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that.
Okay, Brandon, I'm putting a clip in the private chat. It's going to explain how every person who's ever stabbed in Disney Star Wars survives.
All right, give me a sec. IDW puts identity politics into everything, even Sonic, a franchise about a literal speedy hedgehog fighting a fat bald man with a mustache.
Well, you're turning machines into animals, and even the first games, that's a clear environmental message. So it's
Animals
always
into
been
machines.
political.
Oh my! I forgot about that. Every time I drain the information. Every time I deliberately make myself forget IDW Sonic exists, I always find it always keeps dragging me back. I can't escape it.
You're like Maul in that comic panel. You're like, no.
Okay, hang on. Give me a sec.
Bad fight! You missed my vital organs.
All of them?
Yeah. By the
That's
way,
literally
Brent, you
every
really
Disney
should-
Star Wars fight. It's like you get stabbed by a lightsaber, just like, you missed all my vital organs, loser.
You were saying Wolfscar?
You really should watch Dragon Ball.
I'll probably get to it. Yes, IDW is worse than Archie. I am going to say that. Like Archie, at the very least,
Had stories.
That was an alternate universe. Basically, it had no ties to the actual games. God, I'm open to join the VC if needed to discuss the new Maul stuff. Because to be honest, the show looks dumb based on concept. I mean, if you want to, man, I can send it to you. Also, John's leaving at the moment. Henry, welcome to the stream, man. Give me a sec, and I will send you the link, wild card, so we can all rip on this together. Here we go. And paste and enter and send and done.
Resigned to his fate, Maul allied himself with a snake-like being.
What in the name of the Force?
Look at derp face.
Once again, my gift of being able to pause perfectly comes to light. Oh, stop reminding me! Okay, this doesn't even look like it belongs in Star Wars. What the fudge? And of course, it's from season 7 of TCW, of course.
Called Morley, who brought the fallen Sith food. At some point, Talzin learned
for some random reason
of her son's survival.
You know what's sad is that there's plenty of dismemberments and the like in the EU of characters, and their survival is a lot better explained than this.
Yeah, remember, Starkiller got stabbed in the gut by Vader.
And he also had Maul, who was decapitated from the waist down, and he got immediate medical attention. Like right as the fight was still going on, he got immediate medical attention, and thus he lived without his legs.
All
that
right,
works.
Hey, wild card, welcome to the stream, man. We are now 4.
Greetings, fellow white children. Welcome to the show that ruined the Phantom Menace for just about anyone.
Anyone who makes sense.
For a second, I thought you were talking about my show, but that's not how the dark side works. If that was the case, where is Dooku's head in a jar controlling a droid body? We got to make him Mr. Freeze, apparently. That's the Snake Eye. I watched this arc behind-the-scenes documentary where Clancy Brown's son was like 7, 8 at the time, told Filoni and his writers that it was lame. Oh! When a 7, 8-year-old is saying that something you introduce is lame, you know you screwed up. Remember when Star Wars actually made Maul a cool character, such as when he beat a Yujin Bong to death?
Speaking of Captain Thievius, there was a Sith warlord who did survive as a head in a jar. The difference between that and this is that he was very well trained in Sith sorcery, and he was able to survive because of Sith sorcery, not just on his hatred.
Hell, look at Darth Sion. He survived literal life-threatening injuries multiple times.
Oh yeah, he's basically a walking, rotting corpse.
His name was Simus, by the way. Simus.
Oh.
And he only died because he let go of all the anger. At least here, Darth Maul would have died of syphilis.
Don't worry, Maul's horns softened to drop.
He looks like he's
magic
the
and sent
mosquito
Maul's
in Jurassic
brother,
Park
Savage.
where he's stuck in the amber.
Yikes!
At some point, Talzin learned of her son's survival through magic and sent Maul.
Consult Earthworm Jim over there as some sort of sorcerer or whatever the show was about.
Oh boy.
Maul's brother, Savage Press, to rescue.
Savage Opress was such a nothing character. He should have been more in charge.
Yeah, he was so wasted.
He's there so that Sidious can kill somebody without killing off Maul.
Which is
yeah, Savage Press literally looks like a DeviantArt OC, bro.
You could have had Savage Opress working as one of Dooku's acolytes.
He's like a lazy color swap on DeviantArt. Yeah. It's like, this is my OC, guys. His name's Savage Opress.
And he's the colored
Darth Maul's Nephilim brother in my fan fiction.
Yeah, he's like super strong.
Loud House fan fiction to run for its money. And this is an official show, by the way.
Him. He was aided by Morley, but Savage killed the guide once he found his broken and mindless brother.
That's the name of this stupid snake.
It had a name.
Earthworm Jim with the Sid the Sloth eyes here died to a DeviantArt OC that gives literal Vampire Diaries a run for its money.
Nice.
Also, I find it hilarious that he's using TCW the final season instead of just like a general thing of the image of the show to represent the show.
Yeah.
Maul being Talzin's son was a retcon. If I remember, his mother was originally another Night Sister character. I have to check. I have to check into that.
Savage Opress here choking his worm.
By your own mother. That only years, like 10 years after you died to a Jedi, but technically didn't. That only just now did your OC brother get sent to find you. At least as bad as Asajj was, at least her mother remembered her in TCW.
Well, the mother's just so shit at the Force. It took her 10 years to notice that her son was still in the Force. She's still in the living Force. She's like, oh shit! Oh, I never bothered to check. Oh yeah, he's right over here on this planet with spider.
I think
legs.
the only reason you remember Asajj Ventress is because at least they had the audacity. She had a decent looking ass.
Well, she was also
good
in
the EU.
I said decent. I'm not gonna be. Maybe that's me being generous. Who knows? Sith sorcery and alchemy is understandable. The whole too angry to die excuse doesn't work because then the Sith Empire would not have lost to the Old Republic.
Well,
Damn it! Why won't you just die?
They weren't angry enough, man. Obviously.
He took Maul to Talzin, whose magic provided him with cybernetic legs and restored his sanity. He wasted no time seeking.
Yeah, because why actually establish any kind of limitations from quote unquote magic?
It's not magic. It's
Restoring
force.
sanity using some abra per capita something.
Abracadabra.
That will restore his sanity.
Revenge against Obi-Wan Kenobi, revealing his survival to the Jedi by slaughtering civilians until the Jedi Master confronted him. They fought on multiple occasions, and Kenobi defeated the Zabrak brothers on
once.
And why
Broden
didn't they
gave
kill
the
him?
Didact from Halo 4 a run for his money for how quickly he rushed to his retardation. You wouldn't try to take on someone who beat your ass the first time without at least knowing what they're doing.
The fucking
Common
Disney
sense.
Disney
Even
Obi-Wan.
from Zelda at least took his time.
Disney Disney Obi-Wan rather. He is like possibly like the dumbest character in all. He constantly leaves everybody alive right up until his live action show where he's like, "My friend is truly gone. Anyway, see you later, Darth Vader." It's like, why are you leaving him alive again?
And guess what? Even then, if you consider the Disney comics, he's seen such obvious signs that Anakin was turning to the dark side. Any normal Jedi, even Qui-Gon, would just immediately been like, "Hey, yo, something wrong with that dude."
Well, beyond that wild card, like the Jedi should have figured out Order 66 according to the Disney canon like 5 times over. They have clones like spoiling everything for them, and they're just like, "Gee, I don't know what's happening."
Yeah, and why would a clone that's literally designed to follow orders for the Republic, like not even against the Republic like the other stupid clones, mind you, just literally go, "Hey, the Chancellor is trying to do something against the Jedi," like in a corrupt scandal? That would legitimately have any Jedi who heard the Order Without Question thing be like, "Okay, maybe there's something wrong here."
Yeah. No, Filoni takes like, "Oh, I'm gonna foreshadow this a little bit." Like that would be the clever thing to do. But Filoni's just like, "No, we're just gonna have it be like 99% revealed, and then somehow they don't figure out the remaining 1%." I don't know.
Filoni is the Frank O'Connor of Star Wars.
And it's twofold. That ruins your characters because it makes them all stupid that they can't figure it out, and then it also like completely breaks the universe.
Oh
'cause it's
yes,
like,
Yoda especially because he has a freaking Force vision of Order 66 and he does nothing.
Yeah, and he refuses to tell the Jedi because he's like, "Oh, what things happen? Oh shit, look what happened." If I were Yoda and I saw that vision, I'd be like, "Okay, maybe at least have a contingency where the Jedi get hidden and stuff like that."
yeah, have like a separate squadron or something that's like a little more secretive, maybe.
Like just secretly have some Jedi leave and stuff like that. Pretend to have them leave the Jedi Order under war stuff, so the Chancellor doesn't go, he's reaching for it. Shoot him, Johnson.
Okay, real quick, Games and Geek. Actually, Lucino just fits it into one chapter. So if you cut that one chapter out, Plagueis actually fits quite nicely into the EU.
Yep. Shit, what was I gonna say?
Well, if you remember, Darth Plagueis was around the time when the Great Retcon was beginning. So of course, just like the Great Replacement theory, they're replacing all the original native characters with their more Somalian aspects. Like with Darth Maul, he comes from Dathomirian, what instead would have been a jungle planet is turned into what basically was Australia after the wildfire.
Yeah, I remember I think it was Jedi Fallen Order. You go to Dathomir and it's like a bunch of fucking rocks and red shit.
Yeah.
Stuff gives freaking Ryan King
unfortunately, I have played that game, and that planet looks the most boring as shit.
Yeah, it is a lot of boring planets.
I want to go to a planet that has babes on it.
Forum, cutting off Savage's arm and one of Maul's cybernetic legs before they escaped, left to float through space. They were discovered by the Mandalorian extremist group Death Watch, who healed their injury.
Death Watch
they brush over that, but it's like,
Death
they
Watch
both
was
got
killed
bitch
by
slapped,
Jango
and
Fett,
so
if I
they're
remember.
Death Watch was destroyed by Jango Fett.
So the only reason why the Death Watch would ever return is, I guess, someone was left alive, which I doubt Jango Fett would do willingly.
They became
into
a
making
whole
some pseudo new Death
Jan-
Watch.
No, Jango Fett was absolutely out for blood because of they killed Jaster Mariel.
So if every single member left at Death Watch is confirmed dead, then this shit's non-canon. I mean, it already is, but
because I actually did read Jango Fett Open Seasons. I had to read it online because I can't. I have to find the physical copies. But yeah, Jango killed them all. He actually saved the leader for last.
Most of the facts from fucking JJ plagiarisms of all things.
Oh,
Back
God.
when I used to watch his videos before he turned into that one guy that's known for defending Eric Cartman from South Park getting raped or something.
Oh, the good news is we don't have to worry about JJ anymore. He nuked all his videos.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
I
they're
hadn't
all
heard about
privated.
this.
Such a shame that I
Oh.
like his critic videos, but he probably should have stuck to just criticizing Star Wars instead of being that one guy who the Eric Cartman thing.
And then he basically tried coasting off the vile eye. They're analyzing evil shtick. The Dathomir I know is from Star Wars Galaxies: Night Sisters, Imperial Prison, Rancors, and a Blackwing virus outbreak. Oh shoot! Now you're making me even more anxious to play that game.
Oh, the
I remember
T
that
virus
well,
from
too.
Resident Evil, but Star Wars.
I remember that well.
I remember reading. Oh yeah, Death Troopers. That's another novel I read with one of my
Wait,
favorite
Brandon.
covers.
I have an idea.
Yes.
You should
What?
make an analyzing evil on JJ plagiarism in the same style as him. So that you
I
analyze all the
could.
things he's done.
I
That could
could, but
work.
Darth Melvin already made 2 great videos ripping into him. Was it 2 or 3? I think it was 2.
Although, Brandon, to be fair, the Death Watch did survive. I use that very loosely, but as an organization, it was completely just shattered.
By Django.
Yeah, they basically became a hole in the wall mercenary group.
Oh, sorry about that. Because I've only read Open Season, so I thought he just destroyed them all.
I mean, he as an organization, yeah, but as like individual members, he didn't. It wasn't like
Yeah, he didn't systematically go after every member, so they kind of like
Okay.
scattered.
That makes sense.
Yeah, basically.
And
Kind of like with the Empire.
He's like the Iranians. Anyways,
allied with them to form a criminal organization called the Shadow Collective. They joined forces.
Oh, yay. That is like the most creative name ever.
and he breezed over this, but it's like, oh, they came back for their big revenge plot, and Maul ended up having his leg cut off again, and then they ran away like little bitches, and for some reason they became bosses of these guys now. It's like they're just failing upwards. It's like it's no wonder Filoni likes this character. He's like he's just like me. He keeps failing, and yet he keeps giving more power.
Who's that Ratchet
with the
and
Hutt
Clank alien looking ass motherfucker on the right?
I have no damn clue.
Dude looks like Quark from Ratchet and Clank, but if he were his own alien species, bro.
If he fused with his suit, his green suit, and he's just
Also,
like,
who the fuck is that Iron Man in the middle in the back?
I have no idea.
It's
He looks
Reaver
like Iron
Williams.
Man and
Oh god,
Ant-Man.
no, not
He's
Iron Heart
combined into the
again.
helmet.
They got Lex Luthor, Riri Williams, and Captain Quark.
And you got the 2 Somalians on the left. Space
Like
Somalians.
it's like a green Mohawk Thanos, actually, more on the right. He's got
Oh my gosh, I see the resemblance.
Damn, Thanos.
Ooh. In Star
You
Wars
in a
Galaxies,
green
Death Watch had a bunker on Endor and was working with Black Sun. It is the hardest dungeon in the game, and the only way to get Mandalorian armor parts and a jetpack.
Yeah, I remember that. It is basically
When I finally so we're getting our new computer installed. So chances are I should, hopefully if we get a disk drive, I might be able to get myself into some fan servers. And then
Not
we can
fan service, but fan servers.
well, yeah.
I think you could play Galaxies without needing the disc.
After Django killing Tor Vizsla on Corellia, no one took his place as head of Death Watch, so surviving members just split up. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure if you tried taking up Death Watch again, I'm pretty sure Django would have just gone after you out of spite.
I probably won't be doing any PC stuff until Steam Machine finally releases, and with all this AI crap and everything else going on, who knows how expensive that'll be.
Yeah, not to mention the Steam Deck, which is basically Nintendo Switch for PC users.
Yeah, I had a Steam Deck, but then I discovered I never play mobile games. I'm like, I just wanted to have it docked all the time anyway.
I don't think there was anything wrong with Death Watch returning in TCW. It was the changing of the standard Mandalorians that messed things up.
Changing of the well, yeah, that is bad, but also it's like it kind of undermines the Mandalorians to have them constantly taken over by outside forces so easily and quickly.
Plus,
Cartel, Black Sun.
the Death Watch coming back doesn't make any sense because we have Boba Fett, and by the Clone Wars, he was pretty much on his own bounty hunting according to the canon. So if he probably would have gone after the new Death Watch 2 and been a problem for this big ass Maul.
And the Pike Syndicate so they could conquer Mandalore together.
The Pikes are like the most nothing burger characters ever.
Yeah, the Pikes are always like filler villains. They use them in the games like that. They use them in the shows like
They're
that.
the most unappealing design-wise too.
Yeah. Oh, they were used in Book of Boba Fett because everybody loves that show.
I remember.
Aryan princess on the right. She looks like the freaking Wojak Chad thing, but female.
She was giving me Elsa vibes for some reason.
She kind of looks like a Karen, like 40-year-old version of Elsa, where she gets her Karen haircut.
Version of that Wojak Chad. That's crazy, bro.
Maul hoped the attack would once again lure Obi-Wan into a trap, using his former Mandalorian romantic interest Satine Kryze.
Oh, he's even Aryan in her body language, I can tell.
Look at that face.
The hate.
We
for
got a new Wojak, boys.
The hatred for Sirtachi is insane.
This is actually like meme material. It's like, whenever you see someone praising Disney Star Wars, you just have that.
You literally draw her face and then put her in a Wojak being like, manager, where's my latte?
I gotta try and do that.
Whenever someone posts like a really stupid X post or whatever, you just post this picture in response, just you staring at them in disgust.
Still saving up for my new PC. Once that ends, I'll help you out with Star Wars Galaxies, friend. Hey, I'm happy to engage with my community in any way possible like that.
I remember when that game first came out because I was watching X Play review it and early 2000s, and they were like, basically it was like the 1.0 version, so there were like no vehicles or anything, and they were talking about like how long you had to walk to get anywhere. They were just like, oh my gosh, I can't get anywhere in this game. It takes like 8 hours to get to the next city.
It is pretty
It's
in-depth.
bait.
Yes, I still cannot wait to play it and experience yet another amazing part of Star Wars history.
Oh God! Look at this picture. Look at Maul in the middle. He looks like a Muppet, bro. Like,
And
from the
how
shadows,
ironic,
it literally
considering
looks
Disney
like he's
currently
stuck in his
owns the
bottom lip.
Muppets.
That scowl right there looks so goofy. I just can't help but laugh.
I'll say it again, but I remember someone on 4chan saying that the TCW Ventures is more attractive than the multimedia project Venture. That's a freaking stretch.
Nah, that's a lie.
I ain't into those
the
bald
3D
chicks anyway, to be
design is
honest.
Awful, but the color scheme is technically better than the multimedia project. So if you put the TCW color into the multimedia project with the same personality, that's the perfect Ventress right there. That's the only thing TCW got right with her. A better color scheme. That's it.
Look, just have Bruce Timm design all the female characters. That's all I gotta say.
Or have Tim Burton
Oh.
the new canon.
Okay, keep him in the design department. Don't make him a producer. And dear God, keep him away from the underage ones.
Oh well, yeah.
After successfully taking control of Mandalore, the Death
Yeah, because making them pacifists was such a great decision.
It makes Maul look like an old man here. He's like, help me.
He looked like a human version of that Kermit meme where he was just looking for some reason.
Oh yeah, we're just like,
It's a human Muppet over here.
Watch leader Pre Vizsla turned on Maul, imprisoning the two brothers. They
Oh, hang on. I think I saw another funny meme face.
control of Mandalore, the Death Watch leader Pre Vizsla turned on Maul, imprisoning
The
When
way
you see
his
some
eyes are
incredible
Brody's just
shit.
looking like, what the fuck did I just see?
the two brothers. They easily escaped, and Maul
easily escaped, so the Death Watch can't even keep them in prison.
So they're
You
the
guys were
head
able
of-
to fight Jedi!
yeah. I
Yeah, they
remember when
fought Force
Mandalorians.
users for a living until
Yeah.
Jango Fett eliminated their asses.
Yeah, well,
Like, how the fuck are they losing this easy to Sith?
they can't beat an alligator in this continuity, so
killed Vizsla in single combat, taking control of the Mandalorian heirloom, the Darksaber, as
That's not the Darksaber. The Darksaber is the Death Star laser, and that's it.
Doesn't that he's just said pre Vizsla? Wasn't there were Vizsla and Mandalorian?
Also,
I
to make
can-
it even worse, the Darksaber was made by a fucking Mandalorian Jedi, which ruins the entire purpose of the relic. It's like the Mandalorian stole this from the Jedi Temple and honor them for some reason. It's like,
You know, it's
Bro, they
worse.
betrayed you all.
It was
Be a
created by
Jedi.
Mandalorian Jedi for the Jedi, not the Mandalorians. So they're taking it not as their relic, but they're taking a Jedi relic.
That's cultural appropriation right there.
He's like,
Well, as
behold,
leadership-
I have
Is
obtained
a
your big
Mandalorian
black
becoming a
saber.
Jedi and creating it, so that's already a little goofy, a cultural appropriation on the Jedi, and then
Yeah.
the Mandalorians take it back.
Oh my god, I have 19 notifications on XY.
of Death Watch, sparking a civil war between its members. Shortly after, Kenobi arrived to save Satine, but he was captured, and Maul killed her in front of his old nemesis.
No.
Okay.
We got a memeable
No!
face
Anyway.
right there. Look at that. Look at Satine's face here. She looks so blank, like she's
She looks like she's faking death badly, like in a school play. She's like,
Oh my god. Oh my god. I like this thing. The Darksaber weapon made by Bevel Lemelisk is named after the Mandalorian weapon to better fit TCW. You're an idiot if you're actually going to try and
don't
take on the
head
brain.
cannon.
Don't.
Also, look
It's
at the dude
impossible.
holding him at gunpoint, being like, "Don't do anything stupid." What
Why
the fuck
doesn't
he's
Maul
gonna
just
do?
kill him now?
God's
'Cause he-
Games and Geek is going full Brandon the Awful. Because I remember Brandon the Awful tried doing the exact same thing and then he gave up.
Look at the Mandalorian
Obi-Wan
on the
was
left.
saved-
like, he's taking
Yeah,
for
I
his
saw
life.
him. He was,
Saved by Satine's sister, Bo-Katan, and the
Oh,
events
this
on Mandalore.
bitch.
oh no, not her. She kind of looks a bit more attractive here than she does in later on. but
Look,
that-
Katie Sackhoff is an attractive
Yo, the
woman.
Tim Burton's Alice in the Wonderland card queen get Finn.
no, I
Mm.
have not.
Like her
Can't
face is
stand
so
the
pale,
Mandalorian
bro.
out there.
Yeah, she does look kind of pale. It's true.
Are they
I
implying?
mean,
she's a
Leland Shee
ginger?
thinks it's canon. Leland Shee's word
Who's-
means nothing on that matter. And on top of that, it can't be canon because it goes against G canon.
Who's Leland
Also,
Shee?
look at Vizsla right here, or whoever this bitch is.
Yeah.
She's so
Bo-Katan?
pale, bro.
It might be
Yeah.
the lighting.
Well, you
I
know,
couldn't
she
have
is.
a
She
family,
looks like she's
damn.
ginger there, so we are pretty pale. You know.
No sauce.
Oh, Xanatos, welcome to the stream, man. You
She has
didn't miss
the
much,
goofiest
Mega
woman
G.
hair of all time, bro. Look at that. Darth Vader helmet
She's-
looking at Ford Farquaad haircut.
Look here, she's just Irish, and she's also she does kind of look like she's balding with that thing on her head, like so far back.
Who's Leland Shee? Did he just ask that for real? Now listen here, God's Games and Geekiness. John has his own stuff to worry about. Leland Shee was the guy George Lucas hired to keep track of continuity with the EU.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, God's Gaming. Yzma's sister over there with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
So he's basically the competent version of a Pablo Hidalgo.
Basically.
Yeah,
or at least
pretty
he
much.
was before Disney took over.
and
Yeah.
then he
Now he's
joined
just a
the
yes man for
harassment
Disney.
campaign against
Oh,
the
okay. They
EU
kept him around, but they took away his power.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
What
Gotcha.
caught the attention of Maul's
Much blowing
Oh,
their
look,
cover.
this stupid scene.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to behind the scenes stuff as much unless it's like a direct, director or writer.
I swear,
got the weird
the
kung fu
Mandalore
on the
stuff
right.
means absolute jack. Because it's like the Mandalore siege happens and it has nothing to tie it in with the Clone Wars.
It's literally just Kenobi trying to save his hoe, and then she dies in front of him. It's like, why not get out at that point?
I mean, I just
You
mean
get
if you want to
created
defend the
all,
EU, that's
so,
basic
yeah.
knowledge. Well, first off, John is more in the business of laughing at bad video games. And we come onto this channel to laugh at Disney Star Wars being stupid.
Also,
Also,
it's,
God
it's
Games,
not really important for the stories themselves. I mean, I'm glad that he was there to keep track of that stuff, but I'm sure that there's a lot of producers and editors and stuff that I also don't know.
Also, God
old
Games,
master,
didn't
Darth Sid-
Leland Shee join in the harassment campaign against EU fans? Even Mandalore pointed it out, right, Brandon?
It's been a while. I did not know he was part of the harassment campaign. I thought Pablo Hidalgo was. I know Pablo Hidalgo was,
Mandalore
but
videos on the EU and TCW not being canon the legends and stuff. It was crazy.
Sidious, who felt the former apprentice had become a rival in the Force.
And he doesn't
oh yeah,
kill
why
him.
does Maul never reach out to Sidious, like at all?
Yeah, wasn't Maul obviously established to be indoctrinated into like
Well, then
the Sith ideology? Like,
No,
sure.
no. course.
And he had no apparent reason to ever gain the knowledge that Sidious didn't want him anymore, or he replaced him. So he wouldn't know. He would go back to Sidious and just die all of a sudden at worst.
And what's even worse is Maul has no actual tie to the Clone Wars conflict. It just deviates away from the Republic versus the Separatists.
Yeah, he shouldn't be here at all.
Yeah, they force him into
Sidious
it.
doesn't kill him because reasons.
Yeah, he kills his brother in the same conflict, and he has him pinned with the Force. And then, it's just like, I like you.
Probably established to him before the Phantom Menace, even during maybe, that he was going to become Supreme Chancellor of the Republic. So he would know the name of who it was within their term.
But don't EU defenders use his canon hierarchy to defend George and his opinion on the EU? So why not also take his word for TCW? Well, again, it's because of the canon hierarchy. TCW is below G canon, and TCW on multiple accounts violates the 6 movies. Therefore, TCW cannot be canon in any sense. If Leland Treach says it's canon, then he's flat out lying because the show just straight up cannot work with the movies.
So,
Also,
to be honest,
James, didn't Filoni directly backstab George Lucas multiple times, even according to his own words in interviews?
Yes.
Yeah, he said like he called in like once a week, and then he would sneak stuff past him in post.
Ahsoka is alive because of that.
Yeah. Well, and also like as far as this is G canon and everything, I also take into account the time. He sold in 2012. Clone Wars started in 2008. So it was very much near the end. And also George was kind of like, you don't just make that decision overnight. So I think he was sort of gravitating away in those final years, like probably figuring he was going to sell it.
Probably. And I definitely do think prequel hate did unfortunately play a small part in that.
Yeah. And I just think he was more like hands off. So I don't exactly like hold as he gets closer to the end. I hold it less and less accountable because he's kind of in cell mode at that point. And he's also helping out his daughter, who is, I believe, involved with like the Clone Wars and everything. And so he's probably just trying to be like a nice dad. Yeah, he's probably trying to be like a nice dad and like, here, Filoni, you handle this. I'm going to like call in once or twice a week and I'll kind of like supervise, but I'm kind of getting older. I got a new, I got my family and everything, So,
Right, but the canon system only gets rid of the parts that violate the higher canon. And if TCW didn't matter to George, why was it placed before C tier? Well, again, Star Wars is a visual medium, and the visual medium is like the most easily accessible. The thing is, however, TCW absolutely has no power because, again, it violates G canon, meaning it cannot be canon in any sense. Therefore,
not to mention, when it was created, TCW, wasn't there a specific tier established for it called TV canon?
Yes, that's what he's talking about.
Filoni betrayed George Lucas by direct violations multiple times, even behind his own back, to challenge and combat his own decisions on the show itself. That automatically makes it non-canon. You don't see any other media ever prior before it challenging George Lucas's own decision.
Exactly. And therefore, this is why the EU is more valid than TCW. Go ahead, Wolfscar. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Here's the other thing, right? A lot of people don't seem to get this. Is yes, TCW is in its own separate canon tier thing, but it had to be because otherwise, if it was placed in C canon,
it had to play ball with everyone.
It couldn't because the Clone Wars timeline was already completed by the time TCW came out. So it had to be its own separate thing entirely.
So it was just a way to shirk responsibility while still being like in the canon.
Basically.
Yeah, basically.
It was like, I don't have to follow any of your shit, but I also get to benefit from all of your shit.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's scummy behavior right there.
Oh, that is, that's what often like these shills, they'll try to establish that as the standard for judgment. They're like, oh, you should just accept everything. Canon doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Anything that would make it more difficult does not matter. And
do you consider Do you consider the creation of Anakin's Padawans one such realization? Because wouldn't that be George violating his own canon? Because he, well, again, the way I hear it, Dave Filoni drew a picture of a conceptual character named Ashla and presented it to George, and that's where George got the idea. So really, you can blame Ahsoka's existence from Filoni because Filoni basically planted that stupid seed in his head.
Also, didn't George Lucas initially find Ahsoka an uncomfortable concept due to the way she was drawn and stuff?
I do not know about that part. We'd have to check.
Honestly, though, go ahead, John.
Especially if you remember,
I find it uncomfortable how Filoni, and I've pointed this out before, how the younger she is, the more willing to put her in revealing outfits Filoni seems. I mean, we talk about Bruce Timm, but Filoni is much more upfront about it, where he's like, oh, put her in the mini skirt, put her in that shit. And then whenever she's
direct sexual references along with even encounters with older men.
Yep.
Kind of
and then but then the weirdest thing is whenever she's older and played by an adult actress, Rosario Dawson, he puts her in a garbage bag at that point. And he's like, oh, completely, let's neutralize all that. It's like, well, wait a second, Dave. If you were ever going to put her in that outfit, it should be now. Like, she's an adult now.
Here's another thing, though.
Right, but George could turn down a drawing if he wanted to. Well, again, as John said, he's just kind of checked out by that point.
Yeah, I think as you get closer to 2012, George is less and less involved. I know, like, his official position did not change, but think about it logically. If you're selling a company and, like, you're kind of like, and you're getting older and you have kids and your daughter's involved, you want to be nice to her, give her a foot in the industry. Like, come on, think about it in context. There's more than one factor that goes in here.
Mandalore killed Savage and took Maul captive.
Wolf Scar, you saying something?
Campaign.
Oh, I thought you were saying something before that comment popped up.
Regarding Ahsoka, I don't think she was supposed to be Anakin's sole Padawan. I actually think she was supposed to learn from both Obi-Wan and Anakin as being a sort of
work?
as being a sort of like a tag along kind of thing.
Oh,
she's not like officially anyone's Padawan. Or
that doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's something else. It makes a little more sense than what they did, Brandon, because if you think about it, like, Anakin has barely been made a knight. And for some reason, they give him a Padawan. Meanwhile, Obi-Wan does not have one. And it's such a strange thing in that whole timeline, because it's like, why are we giving this experience, or why are we not giving this experienced more Jedi Knight a Padawan who's had a Padawan before, and yet Anakin gets one in the middle of this war? Like, that's such a strange thing for them to do.
2 months in the war, actually. Too.
Well, according to the movie, actually way earlier in the war, but just after Attack of the Clones, when he's still emotionally unstable and not the most well developed. So
and freshly married, by the way.
A whole family of Tusken Raiders, even the children, might I add.
Well, the Jedi didn't know about those two things, him being married or him killing people.
He was that checked out in 2008. Isn't his involvement with The Force Unleashed used as proof he cared about the youth? So was he checked out then because that came out at the same time?
Well, again, you take into context, we have interviews with Filoni calling him once a week. Meanwhile, as far as The Force Unleashed goes, they got the facts where he was checking over a lot of their script and everything a lot more personally.
And that was taken over years before.
So it's not uniform. Again, there's multiple factors. He's not just like, oh, I'm checked out in all factors equally. I think.
Not to mention, the Force Unleashed writers did not sneak anything behind his back.
They did.
He
Just
known
as
what the game
EU
was.
writers did. It was
shown the final cut, and he approved it for a cleanup and then release. So
unlike Dave Filoni,
you also factor in that it's a game where it's like, 90-something% gameplay and then a little bit of story. So he didn't have as much to keep track of in that respect. I mean, obviously it has cutscenes and everything, but let's be honest.
Got a novel approved as well for one last version in case the consoles weren't enough for you.
He was held in a prison called Stygian Prime, where he was.
Why would you not just kill him?
Yeah.
Why imprison him?
But Brandon, I also wanted to go back a little bit to finish. I feel like it would have made more sense.
Video, or
no. It's my previous
You
statement.
can't keep a bad Sith down. Yeah, you can put him down like a rabid dog. That would make it quicker.
So I was gonna say it would have made more sense for Ahsoka to be Plo Koon's Padawan.
Yeah,
and she just hops in and out of episodes to join Anakin and Obi-Wan doing whatever.
Yes,
and then she leaves.
Exactly.
That
was my idea for that. I think.
Yes, because I remember. I haven't watched TCW because I've only seen like maybe a few seasons, but I remember. So I watched the Max of Zorro guy when he made a video, part 1, ripping into every episode of TCW. Dave himself personally had a hand in. And there's one episode, the one with Newt Gunray, when he's a prisoner aboard a Republic ship. And Ahsoka's there, but Anakin and Obi-Wan are not.
Yeah.
Like, it makes no sense. Why are you not bringing your stupid Padawan along?
Because she's so cool and independent and strong women.
These seem like large logical leaps. TCW was a bigger project and he was involved more heavily. So the more heavily involved with a project he is, the less he cares. Well, again, he only called in once a week.
Yeah, it was a larger project. That does not mean that he was involved more heavily.
And on top
that's
of that,
my entire point.
You also have to factor in that he was working on Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. He was working on Red Tails. He was preparing for the sale. He was engaged with talks for other video games as well, because it was like 1313 was in development. There was Star Wars Underworld, which tragically we never got outside test footage.
Yeah. Also, to make it even worse, let's just say he was more involved, like this comment said. I know he wasn't, but if he was, that would make David Filoni's deliberate decision to challenge George Lucas's decision and sneak behind his back even worse. Because that
Also,
would mean it would be an active betrayal.
You'd think George would probably have a directing credit or writing credit if he truly saw it as like part of his vision.
Nope.
Like, if this was something that was meant to be seen as just as important as the movies, you'd think he'd be, I have to write the script. I have to direct it. Or at least write the script, because
Clone Wars 2003 writers, the very first cuts of Revenge of the Sith, and they got to make episodes based off of that as well.
The crushed lungs of Grievous and everything.
Clone Wars cartoon literally fit in with the rest of the EU at the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, and like my entire point about the game having less story is just that there was less for George to monitor, and yet he still helped monitor it. And like with the Clone Wars, every season is hours and hours and hours of story that could affect it. So it's just being logical and like.
Well, then couldn't he say that about that in the 90s as well? He was dealing with writing TPM and putting out the special there. So wouldn't he be checked out of those EU novels? No. Well, again, no, because he was, again, by 2008, he sold in 2012. So by that point, he was already checking out. And again, he also had to suffer through through prequel hate. He had to suffer through the fact that he was basically public enemy number one for everybody in the mainstream media.
He also trusted the EU's authors.
Yeah, I was going to say, in the 90s, the EU authors, they probably needed very minimal notes, minimal involvement from him, because they were going to honor, I forget who it was. It might have been Lucino, who, whenever he got the job, he was basically like, I'm going to read every EU thing that exists up to this point, because I want to be well educated so that I can write a story that lines up with everything. And that was the attitude that they had.
And again, it's like, the other thing is he hired Leland Chee to keep track of continuity. And there are stories of Leland Chee and Dave Filoni butting heads over the EU, which you don't really see stories like that for the other EU authors. It was like, I could be wrong, because I think Timothy Zahn and Tom Veitch butted heads. I think I could be wrong about that.
There was a little bit, but it wasn't
as major.
It was, yeah.
Plus,
Because I
to make it even better, even since the 1997 special editions, he was making accommodations to actually make the EU objectively canon in the movie.
right, because he included
The
like
Outrider and the Mos
Dash
Eisley
Rendar's
remember.
ship, the Outrider.
Battleship
The
Empire.
Outrider appears.
Awa Sakura in even the Phantom Menace, if I'm right, or Attack of the Clones at least.
I mean, one day he tells authors that they should bring back the Emperor in Dark Empire. Another, he meets with Sue Rustini and says he would never do that. He was never very reliable in his input. Well, first off, here's the thing. There's a difference between him telling the authors they can do it, and then saying, I wouldn't do that. If George made a sequel trilogy, he wouldn't bring back the Emperor, but he gave permission for them to bring back the Emperor, because the original pitch for Dark Empire was to have a Darth Vader imposter running around in Darth Vader armor to rally the Imperial forces. And George said no to that.
Not to mention, if he truly didn't care about the EU, wouldn't he let the authors continue making their own interpretations of the prequels and the Clone Wars before doing those? When he cared, specifically told them not to.
Right, anything involving the Clone Wars.
Was tortured by Sidious's new apprentice, Dooku. Loyal Mandalorian.
Dooku is supposed to be in charge of the Confederacy.
And again, why not just kill him? What are you keeping him around for? They never.
Why would he
explain that.
recommend it if he personally didn't like the idea? Well, maybe George changed his mind.
Look, this guy is personally
George
invested in working from an endpoint and trying to make TCW matter more than it does. That's honestly it's arguing every pedantic point to get to that.
I can explain it easily though, because simply George Lucas personally wouldn't, because he's not into writing these novels and comics like other people. He's more of a filmmaker, so like he leaves all that stuff to the EU. He writes the movies and stuff like that. That's why he says he wouldn't bring them back, but other people would, because that's for the expanded universe to expand, not for the movies.
Of Death Watch rescued their leader, sparking a chase across the galaxy. Dooku, General Grievous, and Sidious followed Maul from planet to planet, destroying his allies until the only person he could turn to was Talzin.
It's not like, General Grievous is busy, running droids. And honestly, why the hell are you bringing Grievous into this? He has absolutely no stake. He's not an apprentice, and he's busy running the Confederacy army. Why would you bring him along? And why would you bring Count Dooku? He's in charge of the political side of things.
Grievous is like, what's the situation, Darth Maul?
They attacked her, killing Maul.
In the image that's fading in, you can see
right in her
him killing his
tit.
own mother and stuff like that. And Darth Maul doesn't feel anything with that.
Maul's mother, eliminating another potential rival to the Sith. Maul regrouped.
Yeah, because, it's not like he should have done that earlier. Sidious.
Yeah, because remember, in order for someone's insanity to be removed through this stupid, insane magic, you probably have to have them under some hypnosis or something, or some major psychiatric stuff very fast. So if Mother Talzin died, that would mean Maul would literally go back all of a sudden to being insane and screwing everything up again. Because you cannot just recover super easily like that. Like in just a few hours, let alone all that time.
But the dark side or something.
You need like years of therapy to get relieved the stress of somehow not dying from septic shock, even when you absolutely should have under basic physics.
No, the Force.
And being basically a rip-off Darth Sion with his survival.
And far less cool. I never thought I'd use that word to describe Darth Maul, but here we are. So on one hand, he's invested in the EU and offers input to match his preferences, but on the other, tells them to do whatever and leaves it to them.
It depends on the medium, his time, what he's doing at the time, and also how much he trusts the person who's making the media. You seem incapable of you're basically operating on I want TCW to be canon, and so you're operating everything from that perspective and way too biased to look at this objectively.
Yeah, come on, fake fan. Try and keep up. I know you guys have like about one brain cell between all of you.
I think he's a fan, but
And
he's
held
just misguided due to not being fully educated on the EU. So basically,
He is part of Lucky Kennedy's circle jerk, though.
well, if he's part of that community, he could possibly be a fan of Disney. Certainly not Star Wars, but Disney Star Wars. There's
That
two
makes him a
different
fake Star
franchises
Wars
here.
fan.
together the shaky alliance of the Shadow Collective. He returned to Mandalore and maintained control of the planet thanks to his loyal.
Oh, because, Sidious did absolutely nothing about that either.
That
And
cohort.
not to mention, Darth Maul knows about Sidious as his true identity, probably, since, it was a lot more intimate.
Yeah, and he even comments on whenever, oh gosh, it's in Clone Wars season 7. He says whenever the Jedi start dying, he's kind of like, "Oh, his plan is starting" or something. Like he knows what the plan is.
He was probably informed so much about how he would become Supreme Chancellor in the Phantom Menace. I mean, hell, if
The plan was already started back 13 years ago.
Exactly. If I was Darth Maul under that circumstance in season 7, I would have just been like, I don't know who the fuck you are, you Shock T, mixed with sticks from Sonic Boom, Rise of Werg looking ass motherfucker, but you got a Sith Lord as your Chancellor. He directly told me the fucking plan.
Lord?
You could take me with you. And then he'd probably get pardoned of all his crimes for that.
I don't trust everything that guy says. I unsubscribe when he wanted Trump's ass. Okay, so you have more brain cells. That's good to hear.
My main thing with Lucky Kennedy is that, like, for some reason, OG liking the EU, they were like, "Oh, well, that's a bad relationship." I forget who it was even between because I haven't gotten to those novels yet. But and then she pointed out, she's like, "Oh, they were both 18 when the relationship, 18 or older when the relationship started." And there were like no age of consent laws established because those change even between states. And they're just like, oh, she doesn't want age of consent laws. Oh, they're pedos. And it's just like, oh my gosh, you guys, that's going beyond a stretch. That's just leaping to a different galaxy.
Speaking of which, I actually do have Lucky Kennedy screenshotted of wanting Trump assassinated. So
nice.
Not
Just
to
like
mention
he should go talk with Destiny.
Citing violence and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I personally don't mind too much about politics unless it's in my own time, but I don't think anyone should ever advocate for someone to be directly hurt in a crime like that.
Exactly. I believe that
Especially in a
too.
democracy where you can vote them out.
Like, we have a
Followers.
constitutional republic for a reason. The First Amendment, freedom of speech. Anyone can say whatever the fuck they want. They can say the dumbest shit in the world.
Real quick,
they
I'll
won't
be
go to jail for
2
it.
shakes of lamb's tail.
They'll have people laughing at them.
Yeah.
No, I think pretty much the only kind of country where you'd be like ever warranted in violence is if they take away all peaceful options from you, I suppose.
And hell, just like the new Maul show, we're certainly gonna have the freedom to let it get produced and stuff by Disney, and we're gonna have the freedom to laugh the fuck out of it.
All right, I'm back.
Bo-Katan sought out the former Jedi Padawan Ahsoka Tano, who led clone troopers into battle in the sea.
Again, why is she leading clone troopers?
Who knows? She's so cool. That's why.
And she gets them all killed.
He's out of the Jedi Order by then, and she's leading clone troopers in because I don't know.
She does murder the fuck out of those guys. Remember how a big thing with the Clone Wars was like, oh, they're gonna establish a relationship with the clones, man, and yet Ahsoka's
They just
like
casually get killed.
Yeah, they just like casually slaughter them anyway, so it just ends up being absolutely
like,
nothing.
I want to spare the clones and not let them die, Rex. After she gets his chip out, and then she downs the entire ship by destroying every single engine and letting a murderous Sith Lord loose. This very Sith Lord, as a matter of fact. That the show features.
I don't always leave positive comments on channels like Brandon Awful. I don't just blindly follow them. Like, I don't think all of his points are great. Brandon the Awful does not have a single good point.
But that's also kind of a cop out, dude. It's like, oh, I don't think all of it, like, that could just mean like you disagree with one little thing. Like,
is there an example of Brandon the Awful having a decent take, if possible, for evidence?
No.
Like, if there's no evidence and he got completely debunked, then he's doing it in
Like-
bad faith, and he should be not taken seriously at this point.
Well, and that's also like the softest possible way to offer criticism. It's like if you were like, you could easily just be like, oh, most of what he says is stupid, but like maybe this one or two things are okay. Maybe I could be fine with you then. But whenever you're like, oh, just not everything is the least committal thing ever. You could find any little nitpick and say that's what you were referring to, and then agree with 99% of what he says.
I was thinking, how did Maul know the whole plan and not have contingency plans for how disposable he is?
Exactly. It makes less and less sense the more Maul knows. And TCW Season 7, Jeremy Griggs' favorite Star Wars thing,
So there should just
Don't
be no
forget
nuance
April
when
is
looking
too,
at
by
I've
the way.
literally been arguing for nuance this entire time, dude. I've been asking you to consider extra factors, and you have been just trying to oversimplify and, just bad faith fucking stereotype the entire thing. So don't
What
even
did he ever
talk to me
say
about
that was
nuance.
no nuance, of course?
Jeez,
Yeah, you
you're
should have
getting
nuance, but you should also have skepticism for people's points. You have
Like,
to
I'm
make sure
literally-
there's reasonable evidence.
I'm asking you to bring in more factors, and you literally keep trying to do black and white shit. So
Siege of Mandalore. They were able to successfully capture Maul, but during their trip back to Coruscant, Order 66 was activated, and the clone troopers turned on Ahsoka, who was forced to fight to
By the
survive with
way,
Maul.
this is one of the worst parts in all of canon because think about it. All Jedi across the whole galaxy who had been fighting with these clones, who is the one clone who hesitates to shoot? Oh, it's Rex with Ahsoka. So Ahsoka is so amazing.
Clone. It's Rex, the DeviantArt insert clone from 2008.
the crappy
Yes.
substitute for Alpha 17.
Radical, cool, original character from DeviantArt. He holds two
Whoa.
pistols because he gotta be like Master Chief badass.
Yeah, it's him. And then it's also Ahsoka, the other OC, who is like, she's so cool that she overcomes the Order 66 programming, and a clone hesitates to shoot her. Commander Cody, fucking Rex Obi-Wan. Yoda, he's got to decapitate those two guys. They're going to kill him in a heartbeat.
Commander Gree.
Yeah, but it's just like,
The worst part,
Yeah.
John?
Hmm.
That scene, right? Rex is hesitating. Why are the other clones not shooting her?
Yeah, that's so true. He's like having his big dramatic moment, then just gets shot in the back as she's staring at him. And he's just like,
and he
oh
just went to
shit.
her
oh."
Five.
Yeah, it's like he's
Find him
hesitating.
five into the
No.
screams, bloody
Here's
murder
what I
five
here's
before
what I would
shooting
do.
him.
Here's what I would do. I would be like, Rex is hesitating. Oh well.
And he fights back, by
one
the
dead
way,
to Greta.
against this brain chip and stuff, when normally he would hate the Jedi, or at the very least be like, maybe this isn't right. Arrest her and court-martial her. Instead,
Jorge Lucas, welcome to the stream, my guy. Nuances. Well, how do you know George so intimately? You're willing to die on a hill of him being against TCW because he's burning.
As you die on the hill of him being for TCW. You are just a walking hypocrisy,
Well,
dude. Just
again,
get
God
off
King,
of it.
Didn't George Lucas get directly challenged and even betrayed at multiple points by Dave Filoni? Because again, this is a quote, if I remember, from Dave Filoni's own interview. Quote, "I was on the Ahsoka live side and George was on the Ahsoka die side." Unquote.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
directly
that's
from
the
his own interview, by the way.
That's the
And
reason
So,
Ahsoka even stays
Clone
alive.
Wars documentary.
Another Filoni quote where he says that he sneaks stuff past George after George says that he would not allow it.
Star Wars
Yeah, he
Grand
refused to
literally
show the
has an
part where
entire
Ahsoka lives,
playlist
the
of
episode.
listing all this.
Their ship was destroyed, but both Force users escaped.
Because of course they did.
Ahsoka could have done it far easier by going into the vents, into the hangar, going through it, and quickly.
She was the
shot at
imposter.
Rex. But of course, you can't have realism. You got to have Darth Maul have a badass scene of the ship going down and Ahsoka barely making it, as everything goes in a fiery blaze of badass glory. and
Holiday
wow.
special is S canon, not C canon, you idiot.
Matt.
Well,
What
difference
follows
is,
for the next few years of Maul's life is largely untold and will be covered by Maul Shadow Lord. But
Soy Lord.
Which, spoiler alert, it's just more of the same. He's gonna get the criminal underlords and do his stupid criminal empire.
We still
and
have to
then-
get through Sexplain's review of chapters 1 and 2.
Also, what is that letter M on Maul? Fucking World of Warcraft horde symbol
It's
knockoff
like
of an ass letter.
claws, like Wolverine, man. So cool.
I was gonna say
edgy.
somebody was drinking too much Monster Energy drink and took inspiration from their design.
It's so fucking
Yeah, because
edgy.
look at the poster itself. It looks like a ripoff of Samurai Jack. Like, that's crazy, bro.
Don't you? I swear to God, Dave Filoni.
The A
Yeah.
looks like it's someone dabbing. It's like
Yeah, the Maul fucking lightsaber pose on the poster looks like you would expect to get a don 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 Samurai Jack bullshit before the Japanese.
Oh my God! I would
And then-
strangle Dave Filoni if that was
right
actually the
back to
case
the
because I
episode.
freaking love Samurai Jack.
the worst part is Dave Filoni would probably be like, "Yeah, I took a lot of inspiration from insert cool thing here, aka Samurai Jack."
I took inspiration from the Adult Swim Samurai Jack because it has the Cuck Aku voice and the lava semen daughter of Aku, who made love with Samurai Jack at the end.
Hey, I
Oh,
don't
and
think Brandon's
disappeared in
watched
front
the
of
whole
him.
thing.
I have
yet.
not gone to season 5
Yeah.
yet. I need to get to that yet.
But
Captain-
no, they did have to. I mean, this isn't really a spoiler. The voice actor died, unfortunately, between the end of the original run and the revival run. Mako or Mako, I forget how you pronounce his name, but yeah, he did Uncle Iroh in The Last Airbender, and then he did Aku in Samurai Jack. Where I still love his the line where he's ordering pizza and he's just like, "Extra thick, excellent."
Yeah, I have to admit, like Aku's one of my favorite animated antagonists of all time.
It's like he's so intimidating and like he has a creepy vibe, but he's also just hilarious, and you kind of want to hang out with him.
That's the moment the original Aku in that Fireworks grandfather dude, the voice actor, died. It immediately went downhill in the show's quality after they died. But
Captain Jag gets the call for Order 66, and Jag be like, ARC 170, go brrr.
I thought they were.
Here's
some
what we
PCW
know.
character,
Maul
but-
became the shadowy leader of Crimson Dawn, although
Oh my God. And of course, she gets her own damn novel, and she looks less sexier than she did in the movie.
Crimson Dawn. What's that?
Why the hell does he look like Betty Boo's disowned cousin, bro?
I didn't think anyone remembers Betty Boop.
Dylan Mulvaney? Is that you?
Also,
Dylan
I'm gonna say
Mulvaney
also
became a
Crimson
smuggler.
Dawn.
Damn.
By the way, Crimson Dawn is literally just the opposite of Black Sun. You have Black, Crimson, Sun, Dawn. It's so on the nose.
Yeah, and the Black Sun Superior.
Black Sun has Jijor.
Oh,
And
what's
Yuri.
going to be next? The Black Moon? For the
No, it's gonna be the
Crimson
White
Dawn?
Moon. It's going to be the
Get
White
my
Moon.
ideas.
Dryden
Imagine
Voss was
it's
the public
Black
favorite.
Moon, but just a squiggly line around a circle trying to mimic the Black Sun, but not really.
Face of the organization. He kept the other 4 major criminal syndicates under his thumb in a fragile alliance, and they stayed in line out of fear of the former Sith. They
Why?
We
Maul
got a
has
whole
literally
ass
done
empire
nothing to
after
be
his ass.
intimidating.
They would cook him. If anything, if I was the clans in the, mafias and cartels, I would be like, yo, Empire, there's a Sith Lord threatening me. If you support me, I'll expose his ass.
Oh my. Yeah, I definitely do believe that Sexplain would do that.
amassed power for years, and eventually a young woman named Kira was sold into their service. She proved herself invaluable to their operation, becoming the right hand of Dryden
Hashtag Solo lost money.
Voss. Eventually, she betrayed and killed him, blaming his death on one of their smugglers. Maul summoned her to Dathomir, and there he
That barely looks like Maul.
Why is he
Who
activating
the
this
fuck
lightsaber
is
cone?
that?
Why is he so damn pale?
I know it's a
What's-
hologram, so that's probably why he's pale, but look at the dude's face. Who the
Oh
fuck is
my
this amazing
gosh,
Spider-Man
what's wrong with
2012
your
lightning guy looking
face?
at face, bro? This dude looks like an Xbox 360 game adaptation.
Hey, now the Xbox 360 could run some pretty good graphics.
Agreed. But look at that
educated
face,
her on
though.
the truth of the galaxy, that Emperor Palpatine's true identity was Darth Sidious. Despite not being Force-sensitive, Maul trained her to combat Force users through martial arts like Teräs Käsi, and
What? And also,
Someone
didn't
could
you already know
push it.
Teräs Käsi?
Oh, great. He's raising a Kung Fu wolf bitch.
Brr.
Amazing, bro. If you remember that episode. Oh, I forgot. A killer Kung Fu wolf bitch. Sorry for messing up the
Good episode.
Boondock reference.
Damn, Maul looking extra crusty. And
Yeah,
we just got
but
done with
seriously,
Aku
though.
ordering pizza.
Someone could literally
Extra
just
fat.
someone could literally force push her Kung Fu ass and stop her right there.
he began to search for a device called the Fermata Cage he believed could defeat the Sith. Again, what happened next is
Why does Maul
The
want to
what
defeat the
cage?
Sith now?
I don't know.
Just, like, he's the only Sith left other than an old guy
And a guy who
with
can't,
walking
and a
life
guy who
support.
needs to live in a life support suit.
Basically in a portable iron lung.
is unknown, but Crimson Dawn lost its power and influence, and Maul's efforts were once again destroyed.
I'm so shocked.
Maul just
Guys,
fails
Darth Vader's
and
strength, like
fails
the
and
prize.
fails.
Darth Maul should have went after his ass.
Can you
But
guys
this is even
can you
dumber.
respond to my pride card? I'm genuinely enjoying this. Dude, we have been here for 2 hours on a 9-minute video. I am trying to get stuff done before my friends lose it and get tired, and I have to cut this in 2. She knows space karate. Adorable. Force choke.
Matt.
Hey, to respond to his previous comment, I don't remember the EU ever considering the holiday special canon.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
release.
I
George
literally
tried to
just
burn
said
all
this.
the
It's
tapes.
S canon. It's
I mean,
officially
I'll
S
consider
canon.
it canon in my head, but I never saw it be part of the EU.
It's S canon officially.
Yeah, it's secondary canon. Just because you hate something doesn't mean it isn't in the universe.
I did respond to that.
But his quest for revenge continued, and he went to the planet Daminos, which was home to a Sith castle. Inside,
Oh my gosh.
he searched.
I think
Star
this is
Wars
the-
resistance footage. I'm gonna freaking croak.
I also believe this is the same book where Luke Skywalker was gay. Yep, Sam Maggs.
Kylo, right?
for power, but instead encountered visions of Savage, Grievous, and finally Qui-Gon Jinn. The latter urged him to end his pursuit of vengeance, but Maul...
Oh my
Why?
gosh, this is...
Why is he talking with Qui-Gon?
What
He never had
to say then.
He met Qui-Gon once, and it was when he killed him.
He didn't even know who the fuck he was, and he killed him anyway. Same with Obi-Wan.
Hang on. Akmina is in Fate of the Jedi. Chewie's family appears all the time. Do you not know what S-canon means? It means they can take stuff from the old 70s material and put it into the EU as long as it did not contradict the EU. That's why you have aspects like Chewie's family in the damn
Lumpy.
EU.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I can understand a little bit where he's coming from, but again, Star Wars Holiday Special is secondary canon. So is all the Marvel comics from the 70s and 80s because they're outdated and have probably been retconned by newer canon material within the EU for a
Oh
reason.
my god. Again, the holiday special is S-canon, you idiot. You absolute
Again,
moron.
God
I
games,
am
I
done
do-
discussing this point.
And
We
this is
already
all to
debunked you
die
on
on the
this.
hill that
God games.
TCW
I do
is
understand where you're
canon.
coming from a
Yeah.
bit, but again, the holiday special is secondary canon, and even if it doesn't retcon, the canon and stuff, George Lucas disapproved of it. So
You know, for somebody who was
that's
trying
why you
to
do secondary
for
canon.
somebody who was trying to give John shit for not knowing who Leland Chi was or the canon hierarchy, you seriously do not know the canon tier system, as Jorge Lucas just
Maul's reaction here says it all.
Oh my god.
Looks like he's
If
trying
If
to
it fits, which one of us said it fit perfectly? No one said the holiday special fit perfectly. My God, I am done arguing this
Some of
point.
the
I
old
want to
Marvel
move on.
comics fit perfectly as well, but we don't consider those fully canonized in the EU.
It's
because-
just all to obfuscate and muddy the waters so that he can say that the TCW is canon.
Oh God.
could not stop. His hunt for power led him back to Malachor seeking an old Sith holocron, but he became stranded and was stuck there for years until a new group traveled to
loser.
He's just failing upward.
So let's recount. Holy
Look
shit.
up the damn Canon system. You
Just,
can talk on YouTube. You can damn as well Google it.
Just to recount. So okay.
Wikipedia has the canon hierarchy system if you want to read up on it.
Mm-hmm. There you go. So Maul, okay, let's see. He appears in the Phantom Menace, gets cut in half,
Falls down a pit.
Gets his shit wrecked. I'm counting his failures here. So then he comes back with the spider legs. Obi-Wan wrecks his shit again. Then he goes to Mandalore, gets the Darksaber. Good job. Oh, but he gets wrecked again and thrown out of Mandalore, right? And then what is it? Ahsoka fucks him up. I think that's the fourth time.
Yeah.
So like Clone Wars season 7, he gets fucked up, dies again. And then Rebels, I believe, is what they're getting to, where he fucking fails again and gets knocked down again. And then I think he finally dies on Tatooine, although they're debating whether they want to make that canon because they're
that's actually Rebels, though. It's on screen, so how the heck can they?
Apparently, they're like, oh well, maybe we want to use him more. Maybe even though Obi-Wan burned his body, they're like, oh, but maybe we could get him back because we'd have Maul member berries again. But even going by that, he just rises and dies 5 times. He's a loser. He constantly loses. You've made him lamer with more appearances. This is why more is not
And he
better.
used to be the Boba Fett of the prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
The silent cool type.
Just like more is not better, guys. If you just have him come back to be jobbed every time, and I'm using a wrestling term, jobber is like guy that comes out to get beat to make the other person appear better.
They've almost made me hate his character, and I'm pissed about that.
I just don't care about Maul anymore.
At the very least, you should be bored with his character because he's just doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah, it's like what was cool and interesting and maybe a little mysterious. Now we have overmined it to the point where it is so boring.
Ahsoka Tano, along with the surviving Jedi Kanan Jarrus and his Padawan Ezra Bridger, and 3 Imperial Inquisitors who hope to eliminate.
Oh yes, helicopter spinny blades. Nobody will ever let you live that down, Dave Filoni.
Yes, the Inquisitors who are complete garbage in this continuity.
I remember when they were actually freaking intimidating in the EU.
Yep.
All 4 of them. Maul once again allied himself with Ahsoka and the Jedi to kill the Inquisitors, but
why?
Oh, look at that shot, bro! It's so cool.
Of course, he betrayed them, blinding Kanan. Even so, Maul was defeated.
Kanan just lifts up his lightsaber and is like, "Oh no!"
This is how little I care about these shows. I completely forgot that Maul was the reason that he was blinded.
Suspect Maul's betrayal because he's a fucking Sith Lord.
Maul's like, oh geez, Maul, my old buddy, you betrayed me.
Again, like the Jedi were trained to destroy the entirety of the fucking Sith Order. And trusting a Sith to do that is fucking retarded. Like, imagine if you were trained as a cop to stop crime and you trusted a criminal to stop crime and then suddenly they shoot you in the foot. It's like, you deserve that for trusting the criminal, you dumbass.
You're like
And
Tommy
he fled
Wiseau,
the planet.
You're just like, everybody betrayed me. I'm fed up with this world.
One of the Inquisitor's ships. But Ezra successfully recovered the Sith holocron, so Maul captured his friends, luring the young man into a trap. At an old Death Watch outpost, the 2 of them joined.
Yeah, great job, Hera. And the rest of you. You're so damn incompetent.
Hey,
How has the Empire not killed you?
Here's the one compliment that I will give the Ahsoka show. Mary Elizabeth Winstead in those pants. Nice ass. Anyways, that's about it.
Anyways, they had to contrive some way for the new DeviantArt blue hair kid that was like a fucking original Jedi character you would see in Star Wars Galaxies or their Old Republic MMO. Some, player character. like you had to have some excuse for them to come together and do this weird quasi fan fiction bullshit where they meet together.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me miss Jarek and his overreacting from Dark Forces 2 even more. Iron Inquisitor, I wish you were here to appreciate this comment, man. It's Mecha G just came up with the greatest nickname. It's Darth Paul, everybody.
Oh, that's fitting.
We shall now call him Darth Paul from now
I'll
on.
call him Mark Paul because he's too average to even have Darth in his name.
Yes.
Joined a Sith and Jedi holocron, which offered Maul information he wanted to know. Obi-Wan Kenobi had survived Order 66 and the Jedi Purge.
Why would that be in a freaking holocron?
That's not.
I don't know. Isn't that supposed to be like ancient knowledge?
Yeah.
Just like those cartoons once said, whoa, 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 wait, quote unquote.
Hold up.
So,
wait a minute. It's not a name that.
Yeah, you mix two holocrons together, which, by the way, have different recordings and in different formats, and that fucking works.
It's like
you got a
MP3 and
Sony
MP4.
Betamax VHS, those tiny little fucking mini VHX fuckers, and you put them into a normal VHX player, and somehow that triggers the fucking Illuminati to come after your ass with a Swindler 8 pages bullshit.
Woo!
Like, it doesn't work, bro.
Despite fleeing, Maul continued to reach out to Ezra through the Force and called him to Dathomir, where he held relics of his past, including the Mandalorian Darksaber.
Which he's just keeping there for some reason and not using.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the Mandalorians can't find a damn thing, so...
Of course, they must keep the MacGuffin for the new Disney...
Oh god, I
Junior
forgot!
character.
Sabine.
Yeah,
They have
we
to
use
add new
the
characters into the show
Darksaber.
because why not? We got
What is
Disney
it,
Junior with Lion Guard and the DeviantArt Lion Kid, and now this shit.
Mandalorian season 3, I think, was when they finally got rid of the Darksaber, and it was like, oh my god, thank God. But also, it's still not going to be any good. But you know,
using Night Sister magic, Maul and Ezra discovered where Kenobi was hiding, and the former Sith.
Oh, Maul can just use use magic right now.
Guys, look, they're Rick and Morty soul bonding together.
What the hell is that?
Into a Rick and Morty space portal.
that was a lot funnier.
Oh! He's saying it, guys. He's saying it. Oh my god, you idiot!
I mean, hey Justin, maybe we should go to sleep because this shit's boring.
We're so close to being done.
Yeah, boring.
Get the Rick and Morty fucking eye laser into a portal shit right here. Like they're soul bonding and stuff.
There's at least 2 more videos I want to cover.
At least 2 more.
Sith began to close in on his search, leaving behind the Darksaber, which passed to Ezra's Mandalorian friend Sabine Wren.
Funny. Like their jaws literally hang and then go wow.
I forgot Obi-Wan talked with Ezra. Oh my god.
Maul to Tatooine, hoping to warn Obi-Wan of the coming danger. He was successful, and the old Jedi Master confronted his nemesis for the final time on the desert world.
And it lasted a total of 2 seconds.
Yeah, this was the lamest, like, oh my god.
This is Dave Filoni in a nutshell. He builds up these very fan fiction-y, Darth Maul and Obi-Wan are going to fight again in the desert. I'm ripping off old wounds from Star Wars Visionaries. Yeah, and then it's like, you think you would at the very, it's a dumb idea, but you think you would at the very least give people what they want. And then you end it within 2 seconds.
He hypes it all up. It's all hype and aura.
Devastating life or death situation fight where Maul was genuinely being like, get your ass over here, Kenobi. And genuinely threatening the family right there and then. But in here, he just subtly says, oh, you're looking out for someone. Like that. And then he suddenly goes, oh, I know what you mean. And instead of Maul going, okay, looking at to kill Luke now because you're an old fart who's going to die anyway, he instead fights the old fart and gets his ass whooped like a retard.
Yeah, it should have been Uncle Owen.
If you were a try-hard pro at a video game and you get your ass whipped by a veteran rival from years ago who just came back in esports. It's like, bro, just put the fork down.
Maul was easily struck down, having failed to grow beyond his anger, hatred, and desire for power and revenge.
I was wrong. It lasted 3 seconds.
His
Brody
final
walked
moments,
even
Kenobi offered
faster.
him compassion and comfort, and when Maul died, the man he had hated for decades built a funeral pyre for him, honoring him in the same fashion as the Jedi.
Why?
Yeah, what
No.
the fuck did he do?
Brody
He just said
was
he didn't
just a
grow at
cold-blooded
all.
murderer.
And
That's-
you're like, yeah, I'll honor him because he's so honorable.
At least Luke built a funeral pyre for Darth Vader. By the
Yeah,
way,
but that's because his A, Vader was his father, and B, he was redeemed.
yeah, and
Vader
Luke
literally
found out
killed
he had
the
a good past
Emperor.
as a Jedi. Like
He-
he was genuinely pulled to the dark side for all this time.
Yeah, well, he did that, and then he threw the Emperor down the shaft, killed, like literally saved Luke. So Maul never did that. Maul never turned. Maul literally tried to kill Obi-Wan until the moment that he could not physically do it anymore.
Yeah, and this
So-
is just like the Star Wars version that if George Floyd's funeral was held by Derek Salvin.
Remember when Owen
Stupid.
shot Maul in the head? That
I
makes
did.
two humiliating defeats for Maul.
What?
That was a great
Yes,
moment.
that's how Star Wars
remember
Visionaries
Old
did
Wound?
it. Owen Lars actually shoots Maul in the side of the head while he's fighting Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
Visionaries-
that was badass. And it
Visionary.
proved that Obi-Wan was getting old.
What is
Oh,
it
yes,
with Owen
yes.
and,
Never explained to me
Beru where they have to
what
like
fights
fight
are
off
weak.
Sith Lords all the time? Jeez.
Well, Visionaries is non-canon, so Old Wounds doesn't apply. But the idea of it is Maul was relentlessly stalking Obi-Wan throughout the events of the prequel trilogy. And he actually manages to track him down all the way to the Lars farm.
Mm.
And Obi-Wan is there to defend Luke, as is his job. But he's
Right.
getting his
Yeah.
ass kicked because he's aged. And Maul is still being fueled by anger and hatred. So Owen, because he's, Luke's uncle, grabs his laser rifle and shoots him in the side of the head when he's not looking, so he can defend his son. Well, his technically his nephew.
Yeah, and he posed a threat to the Lars family, whereas here in Rebels, he just implies a threat and then goes to fight Obi-Wan instead of going to take out the main motive, right? If Maul is still all about this suffering, run for the fucking Lars family and do it in front of him. Like a fucking weird ISIS terrorist or something. But space one.
I had to do it. I put the games and geekiness guy on timeout. He seriously just drove
I wanted a spirited debate. Ooh.
Guy, if you want to debate, reach out to me on Discord. Looks accurate to me. Yeah, that's because you've never seen a single thing of Star Wars in your life.
After his death, his legacy lived on through Kira, who revitalized Crimson Dawn about 5 years later.
Of course she did.
Oh, that's right. She was in the Outlaws game where
Of course she's the one who revitalizes Crimson Dawn, because God forbid a man do anything in Disney Star Wars.
No.
Not to mention, look at that 1940s looking ass advertising
Yeah.
woman, bro. Like
Oh,
this is what she
straight
looks
out
like.
of Great Gatsby. Yeah.
Knowledge and skills Maul taught her to fight and capture the Sith Lords who ruled the
What
galaxy.
is this? What is that? They made a cocoon of the Force? Like
They're gonna
How-
fucking.
how did you-
They're gonna do
how
a
did you-
fucking Steven
You
Universe
mean to tell
prison
me
shit on
Kira? You mean to tell me Kira somehow was able to capture Darth Sidious and Darth Vader, two of the most powerful dark side users to ever live?
in a fucking crystal ball.
gotta catch 'em all. Sith
my-
Mon.
Why did what? Forget Maul. Vader is just as much of a loser in the Disney Star Wars.
I
Yeah,
have
at least
been
in
cucked
Legends, you
because
know,
I
He
lost
was
to
sad
that
and
bald
pathetic
black
because he lost
bitch.
everything, and he genuinely had moments where he was sad and sorry.
Dude, he has to put over that bald black bitch from Jedi Fallen
Order.
Yeah,
Not
was
to
Fallen
mention,
Order. Oh yeah,
Didn't Darth
Jedi
Vader fight
Survivors whenever he
alongside as
loses to
played
her.
Padme in the Disney canon.
Wait,
He could
what?
literally just go, "Okay, ho, you're gonna replace Padme. Come with me. I'm your pimp." Simple as that.
Oh, you mean her handmaidens?
Yeah, that would literally solve Vader's problem. He'd be like, Padme ain't so special now if all her maidens look
Yeah,
the same.
Well, she's got Keira Knightley, and
Oh,
you know,
oh,
she
oh,
ain't
guys,
bad to look
guys.
at.
Let's do it, Brandon. Let's debate, but don't do what you did to Lucky Kennedy regarding the debate. Oh, you mean when he tried to drag me into a 7v?
Justin, as long as you don't have 6 friends with you, whenever you jump on him, I will exit if Brandon wants to debate you, because I don't want to have a multi-person on one debate.
Yes.
Yeah, Justin, you can go debate with him on Discord later. We have a video to cover about this stuff. You're free to make
Her
your
attempts
opinions
also
known.
failed, and Crimson Dawn faded into obscurity once again. And that's current.
That was god awfully stupid. Oh, I feel like I lost a lot of brain cells during all that.
It
that
did refresh me on all of his failures, though, you know?
Yes.
I would rather have Skippy the Force-sensitive droid destroy
Hey,
Jabba's
don't you
mafia.
dare say that Skippy was bad. I love Skippy. We all love
Mr.
Skippy.
Bones? He was in the Aftermath trilogy.
Yeah, the only good thing Disney ever did was make Skippy the Force-sensitive droid completely canon to the EU.
In a non-canon sense, though.
Yeah.
Though it is hinted
It's
at in one of the
optional
visual
canon.
guides.
Like a half,
All right.
quarter, somewhere in between.
All right, next video. Now, unfortunately, I have not seen the first 2 episodes yet because I still have to figure out how to pirate crap. I gotta ask John about it.
What are you asking me? What?
How were you able to watch Soy Lord?
Yeah, I mean, well, basically, what's it called? Here, I can say it.
Oh crap, John just left.
The
Where is he?
Syphilis Lord.
Oh no.
Darth Maul got him.
What the fuck are those 2 episode titles, bro? Dark Revenge
he's
right
back.
off the bat.
And he's back.
Yeah, my bad. I shouldn't have tried to look up a link.
So what the fuck is that Mortal Kombat Deception looking ass title, bro?
Yeah, try I'm just gonna spell it out so that the YouTube gods don't crack down. It'll be like FMHY dot NET. Anyways, yeah, that's a good site. Anyways, yeah, I was able to watch Maul Shadow Lord through that because I ain't paying for Disney Plus because, as Real Life Fake Wizard said, for God's sake, cancel Disney Plus.
Yes. All right, let's get through this one.
Lord is finally here with a 2-episode premiere, The Dark Revenge and Sinister Schemes.
Oh yay! Very bland titles.
And those titles, The
What the
Dark
fuck are these
Revenge,
Saturday morning cartoons
Sinister
having ass titles and
Schemes.
shit?
Remember,
They just get you with
Brandon, you
G.I.
know,
Joe.
you know, Justice League, where it's like, you know,
Yes.
Secret Origins and like Secret Society. I know I just picked 2 with secret in the title, but
oh no, it's
the Terror Beyond. At least they're more vague than like Secret Schemes.
Also, look at the title right here. Look at the screen.
Look how
itself.
dark it is, and it's like
It's gradient red.
I can barely
weird,
see
like
the
the
fact
most-
that it says Chapter 2 up here.
Like I could make this. It's the most basic title font and shit.
The Garden of Ban had a better hype than this shit.
Oh
And
god.
that was literally Paint.net put into 3D, bro. Also, what the fuck is this Batman animated series looking ass episode title, bro?
Oh, you do not want to compare that to BTS.
Never compare that.
At least that was a classic with the
Yeah.
red and black
That revolutionized children's television forever.
Well,
This
I'll
shit
say
is even worse. It's probably like Batman the Dark Crusader, the Cape Crusader,
Oh
with
god.
the girl penguin and shit.
that's the better comparison. Yes. Oof.
Oh, I didn't watch that one, so I was just comparing it to the best.
Okay. My mouse pad's peeling. I don't like that.
What?
Like this, it
Peeling?
sounds like it would be in like a generic Saturday morning cartoon or
Yeah.
something like that with a
Today,
villain.
we're going to review both premiere episodes. And real quick, as a disclaimer, I want to say that I did get the screeners for the first 8 episodes of the series, but there will be no spoilers.
Oh,
Of
God,
course
you
you
looked
did.
it up already.
Early shill access.
There
Look
is
at this
always a
dude, bro.
pilot judging you in the background, Sexplain. Look at him staring at you. He's
Yeah.
like, "You serious with this shit?"
Big Star
Or fake speculation on the future. Like I've done in the past, I watched the first 2 and then I stopped to write and record this video, so I have no
Right?
idea what the
You
rest of
didn't
the series
write
has.
this shit.
Oh yeah,
No.
we must have Maul be done in a review by a dude who looked like he's named Paul.
Oh
Mark
God, Paul from Marvel.
Darth Maul.
But Paul's dead. How can he return to haunt me?
Somehow, Paul.
Store. I also want to take a quick moment to shout out our
Nobody cares
Quickly
about
for
your
Shadow
crappy
Lord,
merch.
inspired by the art design's kind of painted brushstroke look.
Hey,
But with that, let's dive into the new series.
Seconds. All right.
What?
I said that got us like forward a few seconds by skipping the ad. That was
I really liked the first episode, The Dark Revenge.
Of course you did.
The characters, the action, and especially the tone of the very tense underworld on Janix was awesome. The new
John, what do you have to say about this?
It wasn't too tense because the crime lords are stupid, and they
course
have
they
to
are.
make them
Some of the
stupid
shots were a
so that
little
Maul can look smart. You know,
Some of the shots could look cool, but that's the thing. Some of the shots, most of it's ass.
That's because we
Also,
needed the
what the fuck is
trailers.
with this Telltale Wolf Among Us having ass lighting on some of these characters, bro?
planet has been compared to Gotham City before, and in my opinion, that is incredibly accurate.
I should never have to see Gotham City in a official
Oh
Star
my
Wars
God.
product that is supposed to be seen as canon. I am getting livid.
In fact, this premiere episode reminded me so much of The Dark Knight. I'm starting to think,
Oh my!
Of
Notice
course,
how all these
specifically
shows-
the 2008 Dark Knight, like the Hollywood one, where the Joker was like, "Why so serious, Batman?"
That is such. You compared it to one of the best Batman films, and oh God,
Some of the shots are great in this mall stuff, but most of it's shit, and even the lighting looks like shit you would expect out of a Telltale Games like comic book thing.
also there was
Skybound
like
on it.
no underpass. There's no RPG from the parallel driving vehicle like in the Dark Knight. I'm trying to think of all the action sequences in that
Plus,
Dark Knight
has some
scene.
pretty iconic moments and even funny moments as well. With Joker being like, when the Batman said, "Let her go, Joker," and he's like, "Very poor choice of words," and then drops her off the roof.
yeah.
The Dark Revenge was a purposeful reference. Both stories feature our villains robbing a bank owned by a gangster to set off events, and
Both
there's
episodes are about robbing a bank. Are you kidding me?
So they ripped off Dark Knight, but made it with an evil space monk because why
Ju-
not?
Did you ever
Evil
notice?
space monk.
Did you ever notice that these new shows, it's always compared to something else instead of being Star Wars?
I sent you a message on Discord. Okay, thank God. So I don't have. I'll debate
God
you.
damn.
I'll debate you later. God's geeks and geekiness.
Yeah, we're
a
just
big
on
chase
thing right
through
now.
underground streets. Wires are used to take down air support. The
Oh my gosh! Here we go. He's doing the comparisons.
Kiner score even uses 3 of the same musical notes from Danny Elfman's Batman theme. I'm not
a
saying any
ripoff.
of this is
Oh my
It's a
God! They
fucking
ripped
ripoff.
off the music. The music for Star Wars is now compromised. John
They are
Williams'
ripping
amazing
off.
score.
They're ripping off music from other franchises. How original. It's kind of like when Halo ripped off Call of Duty and then Call of Duty ripped off Halo back and people were bitching about when Call of Duty did it. Like, that's
I'm about to
crazy.
cry.
bad. I love The Dark Knight, and I think seeing a Star Warsy take on it is
I bet you like the Cape Crusader more than you like the Dark Knight.
pretty great. Now that I think about it, Darth Maul does share some similarities with Batman.
No,
No, he don't.
What?
no.
In what way? He better explain this.
Pretty sure Batman doesn't kill anyone. You know, one of the most infamous aspects of his character.
Not to mention, Batman does it for fear factor of criminals, while also being a safety shield for people. Meanwhile, Darth Maul, with his cartoony Akun human form looking ass, just murders people and doesn't care if he looks intimidating or not.
They both live in the shadows and use fear as a weapon. They're both driven by this defining moment in their lives, whether that be the death of Bruce's parents or Maul getting cut in half. Of course, Batman in some stories is able to grow beyond his trauma, while Maul never ever gets past his need for revenge.
You
it
said
makes him
some
stupid.
stories for Batman. Batman literally, in some cases, is traumatized to the day he dies.
The thing is, Batman's parents died when he was a fucking child. Darth Maul just got chopped in half, going through a situation he fucked around and found out in. That's literally no difference.
I
Apparently,
don't,
according
I
to
don't even
him.
understand what Maul is. I don't even understand what Maul should be traumatized by.
Yeah. and
Okay, I'm
even
out.
then-
I just can't do this. Mecha G's crashing out. See ya, buddy.
Hell, I would leave. Hell, I would leave too, with looking at this like TV show. It's awful.
You are free to leave if you want.
I would rather watch The Acolyte than this shit. That's how
damn.
bad this show is.
I'm not. Hey, you can leave if you want. I won't torture any of my troops.
Anyway, the heist is cool, beginning with a new freaky little droid named Spybot hacking into the bank's.
Oh, Spybot, so original.
Of course, they have to have the fucking droid companion like Iden Versio did.
Yeah, I was about to say, it did
Battlefront.
remind me of that droid.
Yeah, the dark side characters have to have the fucking same probe droid, but in weirder shapes or different eyes or something.
Systems.
Why
He's a
not?
lot of fun, very useful, constantly causing problems for the good guys, and always has something wild to say like Bushki-doo. The heist team also includes 2 Zabrak Knight brothers and a handful of Mandalorians.
Why?
Why?
I like how he's impressed by gibberish now. He's just like, oh, he says brishki-doo.
What the fucking droid? What do you expect him to say? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker?
Well, you don't
Oh,
even
no,
have to
they
say
wouldn't say
anything.
I shouldn't have referenced that. They'll probably rip off,
Die Hard.
yeah.
Yeah, they'll be like, Uchikata,
They're gonna make it DEI
mother milker or whatever.
Rook Cast is their leader, and she was first introduced in the comic Son of Dathomir.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Keep that bitch in the comics.
Nobody
Don't bring her here.
cares.
Dude, look at that subtitle. You can't keep a bad Sith down.
It's just like an old man being like, you can't keep a bad Sith down. Am I right, kids?
That's so lame. It's like, why would you put that as the title or like the
Also, look at
catchphrase?
that fucking face, bro.
Ooh, edgy.
It was a
Bloody
story
Nick
adapted
is
from
getting a
unproduced episodes
wedgie.
of the Clone Wars, and I'm surprised with how much Shadow Lord is connecting with it. I will be bringing that up a lot in this video. But
And we'll keep making fun of it.
Rook Cast and the other Mandalorians were members of Death Watch who remained loyal to Maul after he killed Pre Vizsla.
Why would they remain loyal to him if he literally got himself captured?
This makes IDW Sonic Boom comics look better, bro.
Ooh.
And like,
Stop making my brain want to snap itself in half.
Cast was also seen in the final season of the Clone Wars during the Siege of Mandalore. The 2 Knight brothers were probably some of the reinforcements who were sent by Mother Talzlin to help Maul in the comic, but many of them were wiped out by Dooku and General Grievous.
Also, something I love with Dave Filoni is he takes forever for connecting plot lines. Like, we had Barasafi turn evil for no reason, and she becomes a bad guy. We never see her after that. And then all these years later, he suddenly is like, oh, yes, I remember Barasafi. Let's put her into Tales of the Empire and have her become a
turn her
good
into
guy
an
again for
Inquisitor.
some reason.
She was
and
so
they
real.
turn her into an Inquisitor, and suddenly she's now reluctant about killing people or doing this dark side shit. When she was fighting Anakin Skywalker like a fucking, like Asajj Ventress ripoff across
Yeah.
the entire temple, and somehow nobody fought to stop them. They were like, let them beef.
Let them
Ex-police
fight.
chase the thieves to a rooftop where they're easily wiped out by Maul, set to a new version of Duel of the Fates.
Because we got to milk one of the greatest pieces of music ever composed.
That's not as
And the
Alex
difference
is like,
is- yeah, Duel of the Fates.
We've
was
discussed this a
literally in
bit,
the
but
movie.
in the lead up to the series, multiple people have asked us about the use of that theme for Maul when it was initially created as a signal for a big shift in Anakin's destiny. It's
It
most
was.
notably used in The Phantom Menace during the battle
It is.
that takes the
Even
life
in
of the
Revenge
father
of the
figure
Sith,
he should have.
Duel of the Fates is used in the fight with Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Yes,
Yep.
I
It's common
remember.
fucking sense.
I watched
So,
episode. I
Darth Maul
literally
would've had
watched.
an edgier theme.
I literally watched episode 3 a couple days ago. So yeah, I would know.
Had Qui-Gon. And of
I
course,
will-
Maul is
I will
very
say,
involved in that. But
Duel of the Fates is used incorrectly, probably in episode 2, when he's riding the speeder bike, it's like you probably could have used a different theme there. Something darker, slower, more mysterious.
Yeah,
I mean, I
understand
can
why
I
Duel of
can
the Fates
understand
is
that
used,
bit, but I can kind of
yeah.
get why, because it's like Anakin is taking his first step to the dark side.
Yeah, and it's him trying to save his mother, and his mother would be the first determination if he was going to have his first dark side moment or not. And as we see in the movie, we already know what happened.
But it's also used in Attack of the Clones while Anakin desperately tries to save his mother. Duel of the Fates is meant to be about Anakin's fate shifting in the prequels, but I think most Star Wars fans, including myself, can't help but think of Maul the second they hear that chorus kick in.
No.
If you do, you're a fraud.
Duh. Because it's them
So I don't mind-
fighting Maul. Duel of the Fates. 4 fucking words. No shit. It's Dueling of the Fates.
It's funny.
See,
Whenever I hear
Anakin will
Fates,
either
I think
be
of
kidnapped by the Space Simmelian to be turned to the dark side.
John,
Or
may you
kidnapped by
John?
the Weird Man. Well, technically not,
Oh.
because he's free now under their custody.
No,
to
just
become a Fate monk.
God of War 2, you fight the Sisters of Fate, and so I always think of that whenever I hear the words "Duel of the Fates." It's like,
I gotta play the OG God of War.
dude, oh
Just
man,
don't do it
God
on
of War
PS5
2,
streaming.
it's a nice balance between like improved controls, because the original is a little bit clunky, and then but also like the epic storytelling.
Also, John, I got some news. Jack and Daxter just got PC ports in the trilogy. By recompilation, if I'm remembering. I
Okay.
found a YouTube video on it recently.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have the I kept all, luckily, thank goodness, because now apparently they've gotten more expensive. I got all the PS3 collections of like Ratchet and Clank and Jack and Daxter, where they are 1080p 60 frames a second and everything. And I know now they probably have like 4K and all that shit, but I'm like, oh, thank goodness I kept those, because they really have not updated them since.
And hell, one last thing to make fun of this dude, the Star Wars Explained, he sure had a Duel of the Fates with his sister in bed, from what I heard. At least JJ plagiarism is correct.
Oh no.
Find it all that Duel of the Fates has basically become his theme.
It is not.
Force theme was initially written to be Obi-Wan Kenobi's theme. The main Star Wars
What?
No, it wasn't.
theme was originally meant to be Luke's theme. These things can shift over time. It's fine.
No,
it's fine. Everything's fine. Just do whatever you
Fine, I
want.
got exposed by
Everything's
JJ's
fine.
plagiarism of
Nothing
all
to see
people.
here.
Everything
Fine,
is
I didn't sleep with my
awesome.
sister. JJ plagiarisms of all people, the same dude who said Eric Cartman deserved to be raped, exposed me for liking my sister like Ilhan Omar, but it's fine.
Oh no.
After the heist, we're introduced to our Jedi characters, Devin and Iko Diodaki. They're in hiding after Order 60.
Iko Diko Daki. It really sounds like they just say something stupid and they're like,
What the
oh
fuck
dear.
is that racist ass Asian name? Iko Taki. It sounds like some stereotypical tribal name or something you'd see in a 1930s racist cartoon, bro.
Brandon, I suggest we rename Sexplain to Coxplain. Take that up with Darth Melvin. He's the one who came up with the Sexplain name.
You guys ever get the Riki Tiki Tavi story in elementary or like middle or high school?
I didn't.
It's all
We
about this thing that
it
kills
like,
snakes. Anyways, I think it's like a anyways, it's the animal that kills snakes. But yeah, basically, that's all that it reminded me of whenever he's like Uku Duku Daki or whatever he was just saying.
Like, this sounds like shit that you would say as a spell in Tack and the Power of Juju or something.
Oh yeah. What a blast from the past. There you go.
Interesting.
And we immediately see how their philosophies are adapting. Devin is desperate enough to steal to eat, while her master will not abandon his
she's
principles.
a selfish bitch. She has no patience. This is literally the same scene. The master is like, she looks at the cart. She says, we should steal. He's like, no, depend on the kindness of strangers. He asks one person. They deny him. She goes, well, better steal. Like she's a horrible person.
Hang on. Expect kindness when A, Jedi are the most wanted beings in the galaxy for treason. And second off, the galaxy is full of selfish assholes like 99% of the time.
Yeah, like imagine if like actual homeless people took the stance that this bitch did. They'd be like, oh, I begged at a corner and I didn't get $20 from the first person I asked. So to hell with it. I'm just going to carjack the next person,
This shit makes Aztec Batman look like a masterpiece.
Saying that they've always been able to rely on the kindness of strangers, but his begging is immediately rejected, which Devin sees as humiliating. When Iko Dio was young and the Jedi were revered as heroes, sure, people would have been more ready to help out a strange Jedi Master in need.
It has nothing to do with that. They're not presenting themselves as Jedi. He is just presenting himself as a poor beggar. This is like if you cast out a line and you got bait on it and the first fish swims by, you're just like, well, guess we're never going to catch anything. Fuck it. Just
Again, the Jedi don't usually ask of people. They usually give a lot of their possessions up to help people.
Yeah.
You don't see Obi-Wan Kenobi begging for help.
Because they know the Jedi Master would help them if they were in need. But now, the Jedi are mostly gone, and their reputations were ruined thanks to the Clone Wars. That was part of Palpatine's plan, to knock them off of their galactic pedestal, make them generals in a war that nobody wanted, make them seem...
And okay, first off, the Jedi agreed to become generals. Most of them. Some became healers, some left the Order. But the main idea is he framed the Jedi Order for treason. That was the whole thing in Episode 3. And a big part of why the Jedi were turned on in Order 66.
He even deliberately exposed himself to Anakin, specifically so he can, in his shock, go tell Mace Windu, the only Jedi Master present there,
who could deal with the situation.
So do it.
Yeah, Mace Windu could wreck Darth Maul, and yet he won't because it's Disney Star Wars and he has to live forever.
And then make them seem like traitors.
Beyond would have made him decapitating Jango Fett look like Dark Souls in comparison.
The stranger didn't know Master Daki was a Jedi, but the Empire is not a regime that promotes kindness and compassion. It promotes selfishness. It makes everything harder for everyone.
No, the Empire promotes the fact that they're the greatest freaking thing on planet Earth. I mean,
we're the greatest. We're gonna make the galaxy great again.
Yeah, Disney doesn't understand.
Doesn't the Empire promote that they don't need the Jedi anymore and that they're pushing forward to a new galaxy and stuff like that? Like proving that they can leave the Clone Wars behind and do even better than the Republic did in the past.
Everyone, so that person may not have even had any credits to spare, or maybe they just thought they didn't because they're so scared of an unknown future. Devin, on the other hand, is a Padawan, and she might not remember much about life as a Jedi before the Clone Wars. She seems far more willing to adapt to life in hiding, and so she's caught stealing. She allows herself to be arrested and hands her robe off to her master, which
why would you allow yourself to be arrested?
When you're a fucking
they could
Jedi.
easily figure out you're a Jedi and then report you to the Imperial authorities.
So the Master is
and then
basically...
Vader gets involved.
Yeah, really. Well, no, the Empire never gets involved because apparently local police have the option whether to involve the Empire or not, even though they are ruled by the Empire.
What? That's oh my god.
Yeah, that's the whole police chief's. That's the whole police chief's story. He's just like, don't call in the Empire yet. I don't want to involve the Empire.
They did this in Jedi Survivor to an extent, but they actually had the Empire somewhat involved. But for some reason, they took him to the Senator instead of the fucking Emperor or Darth Vader, the enforcer specifically created to fuck up the Jedi.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was symbolic. Even though she's kind of doing the Jedi thing here and accepting responsibility for her actions, we know these events will lead to meeting Maul and probably a further shift in her philosophy.
Symbolism.
We next meet Brander Lawson and Two Boots, the police characters investigating the bank robbery.
Two Boots? Are you freaking... Are you even trying with these names anymore, fail
Yeah,
Loney?
man. If you got 2 boots, your name is 2 boots.
Of course, we gotta have fucking Dink and Clanker brought in as police people.
Continues to feel like Batman as they discuss the primary syndicates of Janix, Demas, and Vario. Demas is a massive Gran, and I love that character design, like an alien version of Kingpin. In Maul's headquarters, we
What? Because he's got big shoulders? That's it?
And of
These
course, that
comparisons are-
Telltale Games Wolf Among Us lighting comes right the fuck back with those 2 aliens bickering.
We finally get to hear from our title character 10 minutes into the episode. We learn that he is feeling the Force leading him to a new apprentice, which has to be Devin, and he...
Why?
New apprentice.
Devin
first
is
off-
a boy's name. Anyways,
This makes
first
that
off, new apprentice. Maul, you never had an apprentice.
Oh no, are they going to fucking Toy Story 4? Fucking Darth Maul and shit?
Probably.
They're straight up gonna have Darth Maul go for the same old bullshit of a grizzled old man getting a young, strong, independent woman put into position of
Hey
like
man,
a-
it worked for me. Miss Elizabeth was
of the one who's learning.
beautiful.
The macho man.
also explains to Cast why he's even bothering with these low-level criminals. Surprise, surprise, it's all about revenge. If you ever have a question...
Against who? You know, you went after Obi-Wan, you got your ass kicked again, and you didn't decide to try and go back for round 2?
all the people that did not get to face me on my way to the top. There you go.
Oh, hey, look, wild card, you got called sexist.
I'm sure he
Yeah,
cares.
I'm just
Does he
pointing
care
out
though?
A great replacement of old male characters with original female characters that treat the main character, the old character, like shit. Lovely.
Question about what Maul's motivations are, it's almost always revenge. More specifically, I think we can look at the Son of Dathomir comic again to understand the specifics. In the Clone Wars,
If you need to look at the comic in order to figure out what the hell is going on, then you failed as a series.
All right. Hey, Brandon, it's about 2 a.m. for me.
Yeah, same here.
So I'm afraid.
It's 11 p.m. for me.
What
Yeah,
time
I'm
is
still
it on
ready.
this video?
We are at 5 minutes 57 seconds out of 60.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it to the end of this one.
I understand, guy.
Good luck, comrade.
Yeah, I mean, it is a Saturday, but I do have to get up at some point tomorrow.
See you next week if you're available.
Yeah, we will see you guys. I will be able to dedicate, 3 to 4 hours as usual.
Right.
But we will see you guys. Have fun.
We'll have to cover
Jabbing
your
at
one.
Maul
We'll have to
Jab
cover.
Lord.
We'll cover your One Piece thing then.
Yeah. Well, I'll cover Eclipse and I'll probably do some more on Maul Jab Lord watch alongs until then. Bye-bye.
All right. See you.
Plus, it's good to have a watch party to make sure we understand the story so we know what went wrong with it and stuff like that.
I have a job. You don't. Stop projecting.
Justin, here's the difference. Not every job is fucking 12 hours. There's a reason why there's a term 9 to 5, right? 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Don't try to rationalize with him. He's too stupid. Anyway, here we go.
Wars, we see
Justin,
Maul is captured by Sidious, but then in the comic, he is rescued by Rook Cast and Gar Saxon. He gathers the Shadow Collective together again, but Sidious, Dooku, and Grievous chase their forces across the galaxy, wiping them out everywhere they try to hide until...
But why would you gather all three of them to go hunt after Maul? Why can't Sidious just do it himself? Sidious did perfectly fine in TCW.
Yeah.
Sidious kicked his ass and didn't kill him because, we need this character to stay alive, to have edgy DeviantArt moments.
Like, both Grievous and Dooku are busy with the Separatists. So you have absolutely no reason for these to be in on the on the chase. Not
to mention, he's not being trained anymore under the dark side. So he would only have to rely on what he knows and somehow find a way to get even angrier in order to anywhere near advance in the dark side now.
Eventually, the syndicates like the Pikes and Black Sun have had enough, and they refuse to continue their support. Demas and Vario are new to the story, but they seem to be known to Maul and are connected to the Pikes and part of the plot to once again put them under his control.
Oh my god. With how much support Maul loses and gains again, you'd think at some point they'd really just put their foot down and be like, I swear to God, you come back into my palace again, I'm going to have you thrown into cement and made into the newest wing.
You know, I'm surprised that Maul.
I'm surprised the mafias didn't all at once collab together in a temporary alliance to just go with the Empire to hunt down Maul. Because it's just one teeny little man threatening them. Sure, he's a Force user, but he's one guy. Eventually,
because we know that
are going to hit his head and kill him. Just
by
like
the time of Solo, he is keeping all of the syndicates under his thumb. So this whole bank.
This is so stupid.
Why?
Heist is an attempt to manipulate a small gang war on Janix, which is basically what he was taught to do by Sidious. Force a conflict between two parties that are already feeling tension with one another and use that conflict to grasp more power. Palpatine did that on a galactic scale, and Maul is doing a much smaller version of it. But it is the same strategy. At the police station,
just done extremely lamer.
We see that Lawson has a bit of a soft spot for kids, which is good.
Considering this is Disney Star Wars, I don't think that's a good thing.
Yeah, isn't that gonna eventually lead into some bullshit where he probably gets tricked into some
creeper territory
by Maul? Because remember, the Twilight Kid probably is a Padawan, and Padawans are usually young, so they're probably gonna trick his ass with that character and get him killed or something.
Yeah.
Like
by the way, with him saying the thing about the kid, I got the perfect clip.
You are creepy as shit.
Very creepy. I am not liking where this is going.
Has a son, and we'll talk about him later in the second episode, but honestly, I was surprised by Brander. The only thing I knew about him prior to this was from
what is that artwork? Like, what is that?
What the fuck is this Marvel comic looking ass bullshit?
Actually, this is the Marvel Comics.
Oh, it would explain why he looks like J. Jonah Jameson's disowned cousin. It's always me with the
issue of the Shadow of Maul comic.
They look like inbred versions of the same character.
Where I would call him, I don't know if corrupt is the right word. He's definitely seeking justice, but he will do anything to get it, including breaking the law, which he admits. So seeing him be softer and more by the book surprised me. But when he learns more about Maul's identity and sees that he is supposed to report his presence to the Empire, that's when he decides to go against protocol despite Two Boots' reservations. Their partnership is a lot of fun, especially when the droid...
Oh my god. Why?
So he's an actual retard and doesn't report it to the Empire.
Even though this is a literal Sith Lord.
Yeah, I would report it to the Empire and then take advantage of the new, free side war against Maul.
Tends to drink calf with him. This fear of the Empire feels a little like when the FBI comes into a movie and starts to take control over a police department's jurisdiction. Except when the Empire does it, they never give control back. Especially in the early days, like when this show takes place, they're more willing to sit back and let local law enforcement handle things as long as the planet is overall loyal. But the second they mess up, they swoop in and use the incident as an excuse to take everything. That is exactly what we saw in Andor with Preox Morlana.
Then why aren't they just taking command already from the get-go? You think the Empire would do that already?
Of course,
again, Disney doesn't understand the Empire.
It's the same people. I'll let you speak, sorry.
Wolfscar?
You
have the floor?
Disney doesn't understand the Empire at all.
Yeah. This is the same TV show where people unironically had a debate whether or not Darth Vader will tolerate sexual harassment.
Oh, God, I keep forgetting that happened.
And I'm sure that's what Lawson is worried about. Demas and Vario meet in some warehouse, and again, this feels a little reminiscent of that scene in The Dark Knight when all the mobsters meet up in a kitchen. I really like Vario, who is a tiny Alina that stomps around in a big mechanical suit. That says so much about the character just by looking at him.
Is he voiced by Aquafina by any chance?
I have no idea. I haven't watched the episode yet.
Gods, no.
Maul's plan works and the two gangsters start blasting each other, but Vario comes out on top. He runs off and Maul's goons give chase in a sequence that was a lot of fun. The shots are exciting and dynamic, and I think the show is handling its violence very well. Having a droid get blasted through a windshield by a huge blaster cannon feels impactful, but it's not bloody, so it's okay.
You
Why not
literally
just
just
have a
ripped off
big
Gennady
droid
Tartakovsky's style, and you made it worse.
Yeah, why not just have a big droid brain drive the fucking thing? And have blaster
Vario is
resistant windshield. That'd be
taken into custody, so Maul plans an assault on the police station. Rook warns him that the attack would risk exposure, so I get the sense the Galaxy and maybe even Sidious believes he died during Order 66. Or at least
Sidious is further proven to be a complete idiot. Like, again, why did you not just kill Maul when you had the chance? What was stopping you?
Nothing.
And he should have died from syphilis on that fucking planet anyway. Or septic shock as it's called. But syphilis is just more short and funny.
he doesn't know where to find his apprentice, but Maul is probably ready to make a lot of noise and lure his enemies to him.
Hey, it's Dad. Why did you order tattoo cream?
Why choose
Better
Central
streaming
Michigan
service?
University?
I had no idea.
Like, dude, you were watching
Now
the Disney review, so they straight up gave you an advertisement for a job. That's crazy.
Terminator territory, with Maul and his team just tearing through everyone.
This is not
Those scenes
Terminator.
were fantastic. Dark, intense, and almost completely without hope for the victims. Again, the show is able to get away with Maul being an absolute monster because he's mostly chopping up droids and masked characters. He threatens Vario, who talks his way out of death because he says he knows how to get to the Pikes and Marg Krim. Krim was seen in the final season of the Clone Wars, where he did seem to still be working for Maul a bit, but he wasn't happy about it. That would have been after the Pikes abandoned him in Son of Dathomir, so the timeline is a little fuzzy. Maybe there's more for us to learn here. But the
Oh, geez, the timeline being fuzzy. What a shock for Disney Star Wars.
Look, Mr. Star Wars explained, just because Hell of a Boss was an inspiration does not mean this is a good series.
Oh, God, Hell of a Boss wasn't even that good either.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
episode ends as Maul is
on the writing team for this by any chance?
Probably.
drawn to Devon in her cell, and of course she recognizes him, so let's keep going into episode 2.
Why does she recognize him?
Because
like, pretty much
everyone
nobody
knows
even knew
everyone in the
Maul's
galaxy.
name.
And again, we get to the same boring-looking 90s Saturday morning cartoon-looking ass title, bro.
Mr. Schemes. Things pick up right where we left off, and the showrunners did say that this series would be highly serialized, so that makes sense. However, while I still liked this second chapter, the pacing felt a little stranger. I'll touch on that at the end of the episode.
Oh dear, Alex has a criticism.
Oh, great.
Maul and the Night Brothers fight their way out of the police department with Devon and Vario, and are chased by Brander and Two Boots through Janix. Master Daki jumps in the way to confront the villains and save Devon, but instead of fighting, Maul damages a walkway, forcing the Jedi and the police to save the civilians and let the baddies get away.
And somehow immediately arrested and or executed.
Same with Maul, by the way. Like, people would have witnessed him gripping his hand, seeing him destroy the bridge, and since they're now aware of the Jedi and Sith as a whole being illegal, they'd be like, shoot that fucker right there. This is literally the same scene from the trailer. So they took a clip from the show and put it into a trailer.
I like seeing this from Maul. He's more methodical, and while he is, of course, still all about revenge, he's not focused on the Jedi anymore. I think there was certainly a time where he would
But
have.
why? Why is he not about the Jedi anymore?
But it's like that John Tron thing, if you remember. But why? Why would he do that? Why would he do any of that?
stood his ground and fought just for a chance to kill a Jedi, but now he's thinking bigger, even if his motivations are still terrible. Lawson sees Master Daki, and I'm not sure
Wow, even Alex admits that this is stupid.
Understands that he saw a Jedi in action. Back at the station, the police chief Kleiss warns Brander of the stakes again. If they don't catch Maul soon, the Empire is going to come in and lock Janix down. Maul puts Vario and Devin in cells at his underground base and...
Excuse me, what?
How the fuck did they know about it? Like, I understand, like, civilians probably snitched, but you would have thought they would have been, like, yelling, "Hey, there's that guy down there. He's a Force user. Get his ass."
Tells Rook he plans to use her as a weapon to destroy everyone who betrayed him, including Darth Sidious. I'm really glad to have that confirmed as his ultimate goal. It's not surprising at all, but I remember when we were catching up with Maul in Star Wars Rebels, and I was kind of hoping he would be after Palpatine instead of Kenobi, because that...
Why, though? It doesn't make any sense.
Of course, he has to fail here in another contrived fucking weapon bullshit.
Seemed like old hat for him, but that turned out to be
plot or something.
Be the point that Maul can never let anything go, and he always wants revenge against the same people. So of course he wants revenge in Shadow Lord. I'm just glad to see it pointed at the biggest game in town, even if we know Maul will fail spectacularly. Brander goes,
which means there's absolutely no reason to be invested in this damn show.
Nope.
Yeah, and guess what? Of course they had to bring up the boob fucking jiggly mouthed Star Wars Rebels, where you see the characters talk and their mouths fucking wiggle like they're barely hanging on a thread.
Son Riley, and it's always interesting to see different kinds of home life in Star Wars. Riley seems like he's in high school, and maybe his parents are divorced. The place is a mess, there are space pizza boxes lying around, and the Shadow of Maul comic talks about Lawson missing his son's shockball match. He's an absent father who...
Oh my god. This is the kind of writing you'd never see in real Star Wars. Remember when real Star Wars had some of the galaxy's best dads, like Han Solo?
Yeah, and even Owen Wars, he wasn't the best father, but he tried. And we have to add generic bullshit like space pizza boxes and a ripoff of fucking Spaceball. We have to have Spaceball in there, but call it Sockball instead for a little, you know, uniqueness. Planet 51 is better than this shit.
Spaceballs is epic. I love that.
Yeah, and plus, Planet 51 did better on making an alien parody of America than this bullshit.
See their connection with the ball and the photograph on his desk, but he's lacking a real connection. We don't learn much more, except to see Riley longing for that family life he once had. Lawson heads to a cool-looking nightclub where he meets an old contact and informant named Sewell. She was a great character who makes it clear that they have history, and she tells him about the Shadow Collective. She also flirts with him, making me think their history might be more than professional. The scene was short, but another great one, and I just dig the tone of this series so much.
Because you're a Disney show, you eat everything. See ya, Hard Hat Reptiles. It was great having you in the chat.
And of course, you're adding new shit to later make, you know, prequel comics on to establish another relationship, because why not?
As he leaves, he senses that he's being followed by Master Daki, and I assume the two of them will eventually work together to try to find Maul and save Devin. Meanwhile, Maul heads off-world to send a message to the Pikes by murdering a bunch of them. I do respect that Maul is the kind of leader willing to do the dirty work himself. He doesn't put any of his people in harm's way on a job that he can easily handle.
For whatever reason. Oh, this is a weird ad.
And why the fuck did they, you know, go on this big-ass transport over to the bridge all together, where they could easily be shot at and killed?
He hopes to lure Marg Krim into a trap. Then he returns to his base to speak with Devin. They have a couple conversations throughout the episode, and I wanted to save talking about them for the end. When he locks Devin up, he tells her she must adapt to overcome her childhood indoctrination, which is awfully similar to Yoda telling Luke he must unlearn what he has learned. I love when Maul mimics Yoda, which is something he also did to...
Maul and Yoda aren't even on the same tier. They should not be in a freaking sentence like that.
So
because
Maul
Yoda
is grooming her.
basically. But Yoda was like, he's the Jedi Grandmaster, and Maul was a Sith assassin. I like this. This is hashtag diverse. Buddy, you are just constantly embarrassing yourself.
Brody decided to deliberately act woke to piss people off.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Ezra in Rebels. He tells Devin multiple times throughout the episode that she can leave at any time and she's only a prisoner because she believes she is. He forces her to rely on herself, her intelligence, and her strength to escape, which I do not think is
pushing a door open. Wow.
You could literally do this even better with Maul. You could instead just have somewhat the same a little bit, but just try to say, let your emotions go free. You're not under this forced calming every day now. You can't be always calm, and you have to sometimes let your anger out to survive. You could groom
it's a bad
her
lesson.
It's what she needs, while also turning her to the dark side. You could do this fucking
But
shit
I do
with the Old Republic, a Sith warrior in the story.
think he's going to start to twist that into something darker, like telling her that she can only rely on herself and her power. I think that's a good jumping off point for the Sith code. Through strength, I gain power. Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. Devin is thinking of herself as a prisoner of her circumstances, and she's desperate for things to change. Maul can absolutely use that because, like I said, telling someone they're strong enough to free themselves from dire circumstances is not bad on its own. But having a central focus on personal power, that's dangerous. He's already planting the seeds that being a Jedi during dark times is pointless, and of course it's not. We're living in dark times right now, but it is not.
Of course he's going to loop it back around the politics.
Yeah, he's gonna loop it to politics, like every fucking Disney show. Look, buddy, like Star Wars explained, you're like Ilhan Omar, but you don't need to be political like her, okay? Your sister ain't like her
Pointless to
brother.
Continue showing kindness and compassion to those who need it. It's times like these when we need a beacon of light the most. It's a lot easier to just give in to.
I know what my beacon of light is, but I can't say it because A, it's political, and B, I understand I'll piss off a certain person with the initials LK about it.
Fear and anger and maybe let that turn into apathy. But that's exactly what the people in power want. They want us to give into fear and anger, which is why they try so hard to make us afraid and angry through the.
I swear to God, if you say ice, I am going to lose it.
To this girl.
Media and their policies, because they know it doesn't really take much to spark hope. Great hope can come from small sacrifices.
Piss off. TCW has nothing burger of lessons.
That's so generic.
Another TCW show-in, like, isn't Darth Maul later just murdering innocent people and rebels and stuff like that?
Yes.
Yep.
He literally murders clones because Ahsoka sets him free.
And not to mention, even in Rebels, he murders people and goes right back to the dark side bullshit without all this hippie talk. Like, anyway. And he's ruthless to Ezra, betraying him. He's probably going to betray her eventually.
Good night, friends. What friends? There's no friends here. You've got no friends.
Justin, I understand you think we're your friends, but you're just a fan, and you seem to have been kind of like a stereotypical rival where you shove yourself in and try to act all pompous, and then let's just say nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys. Insert car flip here.
Sexplained is a commie. Yeah, he comes across as one.
Even the smallest act of insurrection pushes our lines forward. Hope is infectious, and it spreads, and if the hopeful work together, they become unstoppable. Even Maul admits...
Well, we do have hope that one day Star Wars can return to greatness, hence why we are undefeated.
Look, Mr. Explained, you're not born from Karl Marx's man-child womb, okay? You're not a commie. That monster ain't gonna change.
That if there were more people like Devin, then maybe things wouldn't be the way they are now. Which is pretty rich, coming from the former Sith Lord who was part of the original plan to kill all of the Jedi. I was so happy to see these interactions between Maul and Devin because it's exactly what I wanted from this series. I can understand why Maul is so angry and why his way of thinking could appeal to someone like Devin. So now I just hope the show keeps exploring why that philosophy might work for a little bit, but it can't work forever. Despite knowing this will all lead to some internal conflict for Devin, seeing her use the Force to free herself was cool. But I do think it was an abrupt ending for the episode. Seeing one more moment or even one more solid line from Maul, I think would have given the scene and the episode a little more resolution and closure. But oh well. I thought the first episode was great, and the second was still very good.
Because Disney be paying you in those mad dollars. And
Not to mention, wouldn't the Jedi free themselves anyway? Because, yeah, I mean, hell, look at Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan as far as episode 1. They used it to free themselves. What were they going to do if they listened to this bullshit?
I'm very into the story, and overall, I'm satisfied. That sudden ending just made me think of other Disney Plus and streaming series, and it's a trend I find a little frustrating. But like I said before, the showrunners told us this would be a highly serialized story. I'm excited for more, and I'm excited to hear what all of...
And I'm excited to rip into more of it as the weeks go on. Well,
Yeah.
I certainly was hoping not to waste at least 2 hours on a 9-minute video, but... Oh, well. It
Shit
happens.
Well, at least you saved $20.
Well, if you guys like what you saw here today, please remember to like, subscribe, link to John Get Gaming channel in the description below, as well as links to my X account and my Discord if you want to join. And until next time, guys, see ya, and always remember to be awesome. Good night.
And by all means, please unsubscribe from Disney Plus.
Indeed.